It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Alrighty, hello and welcome to the KVJ Show. Here we go with an exciting Thursday.
Woohoo, Thursday.
I see Virginia's got her crawfish gear on.
Oh, I am so ready.
Yeah,
Wow.
you're in it, huh?
I'm in the mode, big dog.
Yeah, I get it.
This is crunch time.
Oh, okay. That's what it is, huh?
Team no sleep.
Okay. What is your next couple of days leading up to the Crawfish Fest this weekend look like?
Well, today we've got TA and the crew from WPTV. They're set up right outside of our studios. And he used to work in radio. He can't believe how pretty this studio is.
It is
He was
crazy.
like, whoa.
Yeah, it is crazy. We even had one of our corporate heads in yesterday, and he walked in. He's like, okay, we did a pretty good job on this. I'm like, it's beautiful.
That guy sees radio stations every day of his
Yeah.
life. And he was like, whoa, it is nice.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
And now that it's working, it's amazing. I mean, it was pretty before.
She was pretty, but she didn't like to work.
Yeah, now she's pretty and effective. So
Yes.
that's a nice combination. That's all good. That's all good. So you're going to be on TV today for people who do not have Comcast.
Yes, WPTV. What's going on with them? They're fighting with, is it Xfinity?
Yeah, they are. They've got a little of their parent company, and I watch them every single morning, and I've not been able to here for the better part of a week or so. And it's just one of those weird things where they have some kind of a disagreement that is going on. I was reading on it today as to when it might end, but apparently they're not getting any answers from either side.
Wow.
But you're noticing it affecting just your day-to-day with your activities with it?
Yeah, you can't see it.
No, it's just I can't get Channel 5. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only inhibitor that I have.
That's a pretty big inhibitor.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Especially when we're like, all right, we're using them to promote. All right, they're not on the TV.
We're promoting them, but you can't see it.
But it looks great. Just take our word for it.
We are going to put it up on social media. So
Yeah.
if anybody can't see it, we'll post it there.
I think it might have been maybe DirecTV or somebody else like that as well. I think it was one of those type of providers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I think there's two companies that they have issue with.
Messy.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But for anybody else, go check that out. The Crawfish Fest this weekend is going to be at the downtown Abaco Amphitheater in Jupiter. You got authentic Cajun food and cocktails, live music, Mardi Gras vibes, and it's only $5 to get in.
Yeah, the guy from The Voice, Dustin, he just walked in the building.
Okay.
He's the one that does like songs, but then he breaks into like a Cajun version halfway through.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Very cool.
That's kind of fun. So he throws that little twist in the mix.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you can see him. I know you're going to be out there all weekend long, and it looks like the weather should be decent.
We got the rain out of the way.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, that's a good thing.
Very good thing.
I felt very old. I was very on top of the weather for some reason.
Well, it was kind of crazy. It was affecting a lot of stuff. There was good little flash flooding that was happening in various areas. I was talking to my mother-in-law, and she said, because she works at a school and she helps the kids at the car line get in, and she said parents were coming up and they would open the door and water would just rush into their cars.
Oh, no.
Yes.
I had a little flood at my house. It sucks.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that. Kind of deterred part of my day. Yeah.
Yeah, it happened so fast.
Yeah, I saw your dino garden. Are the dinosaurs extinct again?
I gotta go in there and must rebuild. Have to rebuild. Must
The great
rebuild.
flood of April 26th.
But that's not what I'm even talking about.
Yeah.
It started, it was raining so hard, at least where I was at, and the wind was picking up, and I started getting flooding in the front of my house.
Yeah, I saw video that there was a tornado in northwest Miami.
Oh.
It looked pretty crazy. So, yeah, I mean, I was sitting there and I have, I work by glass sliders, so I was keeping an eye on the weather, and it looked like it was a pretty good storm. I mean, it wasn't It looked like tropical storm type of conditions.
That's what I told Panda last night. I was loading up the car, so I had to go outside. It was dark and windy. I'm like, this is like a tropical storm wind.
Yeah, it sounded like a group of thieves were trying to break into my house pretty much all night.
Well, they want to get them dinosaurs.
Yeah, I know. Good luck.
I hope things have chilled a bit. I do know yesterday is when I hit the huge pocket of standing water. I don't know how my mother-in-law's Volkswagen made it through it.
That thing is low to the ground.
I hit it, and I just immediately, I'm like, I'm not making it in today. It just ain't happening. I'm like, I just thought the car was dead. I'm like, I'm stuck. And somehow I'm telling you, that Volkswagen, man, it's an endorsement. It turned into the aqua bug.
Thank goodness.
It swum its way right through, yes.
I could have gone the other way.
So I approached that same stretch very tentatively this morning, and water was gone. So I don't know if that is an omen, that there are other places, but you kind of know. You know, I was talking to my mother-in-law yesterday, and she was saying that right there at Australian and Palm Beach Lakes in West Palm Beach, always flooded. I know Linton and Congress and Delray, that area, unbelievable. I mean, it is terribly flooded in that area. So I think you kind of know. And I don't know why that is. And I wonder as well, do the civil authorities not know? Is it not easy to change? I would imagine you'd have to rip up streets, put in better drainage and all that. But I wonder in those type of intersections where it's marked for, there's typically standing water.
Sometimes it's not even the drainage's fault. The drainage is clogged by foliage.
Okay.
And it just needs to be cleared away.
We did a bit a long time ago where I think I was on Village Boulevard after it got flooded just to see how wet I could get, and somebody went through and soaked the heck out of me. Fuck, the Village ain't no joke, man.
People enjoyed that bit a little bit too much.
Honestly, I kind of did too.
Soaking you.
Yeah. But yeah, I see the same places, though. That's why I kind of wonder. It's almost like they're a receptacle for standing water and have been for a while. I remember when we worked at the Miami station and it was completely stormy one day. I had to take back roads all the way from Palm Beach County down to, what was that, Central Broward?
Dang.
I don't know. It's like every day in Miami was stormy.
Yeah. There was
It
a
was
lot
a
of standing
storm.
water.
It was a 9-month storm.
Yeah. So that was 2013, 2014. And it was just maybe last year. I was right that same intersection in Linton and Congress and Delray. And I was like, I'm like, it's a decade later and it's still a place that's a problem for standing water.
Dang.
So if they haven't cleaned out the shrubs in a decade, y'all got to get with it.
Get it together.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if it's always debris. Sometimes it is. When it's not, that's where I just question, because I do
Right.
notice in a lot of the there's also an intersection in Boca. It's on Spanish River. Same thing. It's always flooded. You know, if it rains more than 2 inches, you're not getting through it.
I saw a lady in the parking lot at the grocery store yesterday, and she was older. She took off her shoes. She was just in her socks so she wouldn't slip and fall. And she was wading through the water, and it was up to her calf.
Oh, shit. In my neighborhood, that's how you get a ringworm.
I was like, can I help you? And she's like, no, my husband's going to help me. And he was not getting out of the car to help her. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Parking lot water.
He was in the car, and she was wading through it with socks on and no shoes. I'm like,
Wow.
This is a mess.
Yeah. I saw one person in a video. They're trying to get in their Mercedes, and the water was coming up to their knee.
Oh.
Yeah. So trying to jump in from that. So it looks like that part of it is gone, thankfully. So hopefully it'll start to dry out, have a nice weekend, and have a lovely crawfish festival happening this weekend. And if you want to see Virginia, some people are giving a quick reminder. They say, you know, this is why you got to invest in an over-the-air HD antenna, free channels. So that is something I bet with this latest little blockage, people might be going out to get.
Sometimes you got to have a backup plan.
Yeah.
That's just life, baby.
We always love every time that Virginia's mom makes it to South Florida from her home in San Antonio, Texas, to come and visit. And it sounds like we are going to have another chance to hang with your mom here very soon. She is booked some tickets to come back and fast.
So first she said, I want to come in for the Crawfish Fest this weekend. And I said, absolutely not.
Okay.
We cannot do that. I'm too busy. She is a full-time job. Remember when I lost track of her for 5 minutes here at the radio station?
Yeah.
And then we found her down the hall in a closed-door meeting with all of our bosses, making them sing the national anthem?
Yeah, that was interesting.
No, why would we forget that?
So when she's in town, I can't have anything else going on. The singular focus needs to be Linda because she's just got to be watched.
Yeah.
She's quick.
Yeah, she is very fast. I've noticed that. Your mom's very spry. I don't know if we could get her to the NFL Combine, but I think she pulls some good stats.
I will say the whole national anthem thing, that was very endearing, and no one's upset about that.
No, it was very sweet, but it makes me nervous because all of our bosses were in there, and she made them all stand up and put their hand on their heart like they were doing the Pledge of Allegiance. I don't want my mom bossing my boss around.
I know, but that's not bossing around. To me, that's just awesome, man. I'm sorry.
She told the head engineer to go get her a hot tea.
Yeah.
And he was so happy to do it. He's a lovely man.
Yeah, he's a lovely man. He
is a lovely man. But it's just a weird dynamic when your mom comes to your work and then starts bossing around your boss.
The thing about your mom is your mom isn't, I'm not sure how she is with you, but when it comes to other people, she's super sweet.
Oh,
she's
yes.
not abrasive.
Not abrasive, super sweet. Yeah, lovely. But she is a full-time job. It's like, I liken it to a baby Lachlan, Denny's baby. You got to just keep an eye on them 24/7.
Right. And you turn your head for a second and they're into something new, and then you got to go try to dig yourself out of that.
Yes.
Or like an intoxicated Virginia. You just cannot keep your eye on.
I see a lot of similarities.
Who would you rather deal with? Me drunk or my mom sober?
Your mom all day.
Yeah. All day, every day.
Okay, good. She's staying with you.
Okay.
No, so I got this voicemail yesterday, and she knew I was sleeping.
Okay.
And so that's when she leaves me this voicemail because she knows I'm not going to answer and tell her no. She's got a plan.
It's a one-way conversation at this point.
Right. She's just telling me what the plan is, and I just have to receive it and then deal with it.
Right.
In 2 weeks, Rocco is having his first communion.
Yeah. Exciting.
And so she decided she wants to be a part of that. And it's making me nervous because I've got so many moving parts that weekend, too. I don't know if I can deal with, juggling her and Rocco's first communion.
I'm not even kidding you. She can stay at my house. Even for a couple days, it'll give you a couple days of breathing room. She can stay in my music studio. I don't care.
Jay Bird, you don't understand what you're signing on for.
No, I do.
You got to help her up and off the toilet.
Look,
she doesn't courtesy flush.
If I help her, she can help me.
Oh, okay.
The two of you.
I think she loved it. Now that I would love to see.
She would love it, but I would never put that burden on you.
Wow. So she's got quite an elaborate plan. It's not going to be just a quick little flight to South Florida. She's going to be taking the alternative routes.
Well, I told her the flights were too expensive right now. And that was kind of like the way I was selling it because, the flights are expensive, but it's also just too much work for Virginia to manage everything.
Sure.
And so if I put it on the flights, then it's not about feelings. And I don't want her to get her feelings hurt. But I'm just so busy that weekend.
Okay.
But now she's figured out a workaround, and this will save money and not have to be the flights.
Okay.
Hi, Virginia. It's Mom. Just checking on you, seeing how you're doing. I just wanted to let you know that I can get to New Orleans, Louisiana on the Amtrak on the 21st of July, of April.
Okay. So she goes via train to New Orleans from San Antonio.
Yes, Amtrak by herself.
Yes. Okay. Step one of the journey.
But if this is a movie, it would be Suits driving the train.
Oh my gosh! Now that's how I would feel safe and let her do it.
Our former Suits. If
Our
you don't know what I'm
former
talking
producer
about.
Suits is now driving a train in Pennsylvania
For $83.80, and then I can get to Biloxi, Mississippi for $29.
Okay, so she's doing train, then she can get to Biloxi. Okay.
Train to New Orleans, get off that train, go find the new train to Biloxi.
Not a problem. So far, so good. Great plan.
Big problem.
Oh, look, Biloxi, beautiful country out there. I've been out there. It's a bet. Had a sandwich. It was nice.
And then I can get to West Palm Beach, Florida for $140 on the Greyhound. Just wanted to let you know if that was okay to come for Rocco's communion. Love you. Bye.
How do you say no to that?
How can you?
You can't say no to that.
Whatever we got to do to make this happen,
Yeah.
I'll help out.
Can't say no to that.
Come on, it's his communion. I'm sorry, dog. She's got to come down to Florida. I'm sorry. Either she's staying with you or me.
No way around it. It's got to happen.
She's coming to Florida.
She is coming to Florida.
Oh, my goodness.
Can't wait. I mean, just the name of it sounds absolutely horrible. Exploding head syndrome. I talked about this the other day, and they're saying up to 30% of the population has experienced this. It's just a loud kaboom, and it materializes in many different ways inside of your head. Kind of an odd phenomenon. I'm not even sure they even know what really causes it. But it is seen more frequently in people that have other kind of sleep issues.
That's different than the other thing they used to scare us about when you could just blow up as a person. Remember that rumor?
It's not spontaneous combustion.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was bad.
That's actually worse than exploding head syndrome. I mean, exploding head syndrome actually sounds worse, but your head doesn't actually kaboom. It just feels like it is. Now, I got a couple of emails from some KVJ Nationers that have actually dealt with this. One said, I've had it my entire life. This is from Karen. She said, the best way I can describe it is like the sound and the feeling of someone snapping a towel, but it happens inside of your head. And it happens more often when I'm stressed out.
Oh.
And like we'd heard, other sleep issues. She said, I also get sleep paralysis. And I never knew this until I looked into it, but everyone is paralyzed while they're in REM sleep by their own nervous system. That's kind of wild, isn't it?
That's kind of what because I talked to somebody. Remember, I was telling you about how that guy looked like the Undertaker, the wrestler, but I was still in that room, but I couldn't move, and he sprinted and jumped on top of me. So a doctor was saying, "Dude, that's sleep paralysis. You couldn't get out of that thing, and you were stuck in some weird state."
Dude.
But then again, I think the email was from a fake doctor, so I don't know.
Yeah, you've needed a sleep study for a while.
He said, but people with sleep paralysis will sometimes glitch during the transition from being asleep to awake, and our mind wakes up before our body does.
It's awful to go through. It's freaky, man.
That does sound rough. It says, I also have horrible insomnia, just like Jaybird. And the other night, I kept falling in and out of sleep paralysis every few seconds for about 45 minutes straight. It felt like I was drowning in bed, and I couldn't break out of it.
They're describing it perfectly. You feel like you are so tired, you're going under, but something is ripping you out of this deep sleep you're trying to go through.
Oh, my God.
It's bizarre.
She said, so yeah, if you don't have sleep issues, count your lucky stars and thank the good Lord. It is no fun. Wow. Now, another email that we got here at the KVJ show about the exploding head syndrome says that my episodes are like a message from God.
Oh, my.
This is what Tiffany said. She said, I've had this happen to me. It sounded like a loud bang, similar to a door slamming or banging on a pan. And a few times it happened, I woke up and found something weird happening. The first time I remember it happening, my daughter had snuck out of the new apartment, and she was 2. So she caught her, and who knows what happened to a 2-year-old wandering outside of an apartment.
Oh, my gosh. That is horrifying.
She said the next time I fell asleep with something in the oven that was burning, that I had the exploding head syndrome. And it goes bang, and she wakes up. She's like, oh, my gosh, I got something in the oven. And the third time, there was a terrible storm in our area, and the power had gone out. So now I believe God is just yelling at me about something. So when it happens, get up, check around. It happened about 6 times, and 3 out of the 6, something was happening. So now I pay attention, thinking that maybe this is a message from God.
Whoa.
I know some people don't believe in that kind of world or that realm or whatever you want to call it, but sometimes I do wonder, are there signs around us that we just are on autopilot that we ignore?
Yeah, and I mean, things like this, these are signs that are so obvious. Someone is helping her, guiding her, saving her.
I mean, I think a lot of it's connected, gut, intuition. So, and I think maybe some people just have maybe a higher skill set on that. Think about it. Some people are better at other things than other people.
I think it's your dead relatives helping you out. But I've always thought that.
It's weird you say that. There's been times where I've bought a bottle of whiskey and it fell out of my hand, and I'm always going, is that my mom smacking it right out of my hand?
I told you not to drink, J-Bud. You drink too much already.
Yeah. Okay, would you rather have the exploding head syndrome that we were just talking about, where you get like a loud bang or some kind of noise in your sleep? It's very jarring. Or be an uncontrollable sleepwalker?
This is easy. Give me the exploding head, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because if you're sleepwalking and you're doing something weird, let's say you roam into somebody's house, you could be labeled a creepo. No, just give me the exploding head in my own house.
Okay. All right. So you're doing that. I think you're right, just because I grew up with a kid that was an uncontrollable sleepwalker, and he would do things like drive his moped sleeping.
Yeah.
And that's just wild. He fell off a balcony one time. So yeah, it can be very dangerous if you're one of those people. Would you rather have permanent goosebumps or permanent clammy hands?
Question, are they cool goosebumps, or are they the, oh, don't touch me like that goosebumps?
You know, when you have the bumps come up on your arm?
Yes.
That's what they are.
Sometimes they feel good. Sometimes they're good, though.
Really? Okay.
Sometimes they're weird, though.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if I have qualified the two different types of goosebumps.
Well, it depends on who's giving you the goosebumps.
Oh, okay.
If it's someone I'm dating, I like the goosebumps. If it's my weird uncle from Rhode Island, I don't like it.
Okay, I got you. I've only had one kind, I think.
I'll take the goosebumps.
I think I'm going to go clammy hands, just because you could knuckle bump somebody, and those goosebumps, yeah, sometimes I find them uncomfortable. I'm not a big fan of them, and they look kind of weird too, and people will be like, what's going on with your skin, man?
Clammy hands are tough too if you're a person that's got some anxiety issues and you're freezing, but your hands are sweating. It's such an uncomfortable feeling because you're cold, but you're wet.
Yes, right, exactly. Okay, would you rather teleport but arrive soaking wet every time, or be able to fly but only 2 feet off the ground?
Oh, man, I want to get me soaking wet.
It would be kind of interesting. Yeah, I mean, all you'd have to do is just wherever you're teleporting to, you've got to go find some dry clothes and a towel real quick.
Isn't it crazy how it's not such a crazy thing to talk about teleporting and how it could possibly happen?
Well,
eventually.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how far we are from teleporting, but there is that one politician that's saying he's teleporting to Waffle House. So just got to find out how he's doing it. I guess we could all join in.
When you're hungover, if you could teleport to Waffle House, how amazing would that be?
I would not look the same.
Yeah, it would be something. Would you rather have permanent bedhead or eyebrows that never match?
Gosh, I got to go with bedhead.
Bedhead, because I'm already getting the eyebrows that don't match, and I don't know how to combat my eyebrows. They are, even when I will trim them up and they're looking fine.
Let me see them.
The next day, one grows in 11 inches long.
Let me see them.
No, because you're going to make fun of it. It's going to probably do well.
I color mine in a little bit, but it's tricky because the right side of your face doesn't match the left side of your face. And most people were not symmetrical. And so I will accentuate the wrong things of the eyebrow, and I will have two entirely different eyebrows.
So it's not like I'm not doing the work either. It's just I don't know what happens overnight. But 11-inch eyebrows grow.
You got them old man hair.
I know, and I don't like it.
They sprout.
They're quick.
Would you rather hiccup smoke or sneeze bubbles?
Ooh, sneezing bubbles would be a great party trick. I think the guy that sneezes bubbles hooks up.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know why. I think smoke's kind of cool.
Smoke is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then that's a cool party trick. You just can't ever be around kids.
True.
I don't think with any of these questions you should be around kids.
Would you rather have a permanent food stain or mysterious glitter on your clothes?
Gosh, I've gone through both, and the glitter is so hard to get rid of.
Give me glitter, though. I love glitter. It's not a problem.
Denny's put glitter in my old car, and somehow it's in my new car still. It's bizarre, man. Glitter does not go away.
It traveled with you?
Yes.
It's amazing.
That is a prank that lasts forever. You put glitter in somebody's AC vent, and when they turn on their AC, it just blows glitter.
You better. That to me, that is of a different level. You better. That's fighting words right there.
But we did that to the burger.
But we were at a point, that truck was so, it was basically on fire every day.
You're ready to get rid of it.
We were ready to get rid of it.
And you did. You gifted that thing to charity. I remember that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, though, once you get it in your car, you are not getting it out. We had the one towards the tail end of one of my cars. I did Glitter Man at Pride Fest one year, and for the last 2 to 3 years of that car's life, it still had glitter all through it.
Is that when you were shirtless and you looked like
Massive.
a god? You looked.
I don't know about a god, but I was big.
You know which one
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
He did look like a god. He is underselling it.
That was you looked good with the glitter. The glitter did you well.
Oh yeah, okay. It was very flattering. Just not great for
All
the car.
of the men at the Pride Fest were like, who is that and how do we get him? And then I would tell them you were straight and they were like, what?
I know, right? Nobody.
That guy can't possibly be straight.
Some people still don't believe it.
They wanted to fight me. Like, no.
We had to get Kevin out of there because people wanted Kevin badly.
Kevin almost got married again.
That's right. And one more here. Would you rather always smell like kid barf or wet dog?
Oh, no, Kevin.
I know. Neither one is going to be good here.
Wet dog, because every now and then it can smell like a barbecue Frito, and I'd rather have that.
I just think my nose could handle kid barf better because I'm used to it. I had lots of kid barf on me. Rocco had a esophageal flap that didn't close, and so he would just barf
just terrible.
all the time.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
My esophageal flap?
So the thing that's supposed to keep your food like down, he didn't have that when he was first born. He was flapless. And so he would just barf all the time.
Well, did he grow one like a
Yes.
lizard tail?
He grew it like a lizard tail.
Wow.
And now he's fine. Isn't that crazy?
Man, I learned a lot in this show.
I was
kinda
covered
wild.
in kid barf.
It really was interesting to read that article about these social media bans because at first I thought, wow, clearly social media is not good for the kids and it's causing a lot of problems. But they were just arguing, saying that we've just seen this time and time again, that we know how teenagers typically react. When you demonize something and you put it off limits like they can't get it, then all of a sudden what you do is you create this forbidden fruit mentality where that's the only thing they can focus on. And I get that because I was that way as a teenage boy. Whatever I was told that I couldn't have, that's what I wanted more than anything else. And they said what you need to do is be an advocate with them and educate and say, hey, to the kids, there's a lot of stuff on here that's not good. So we need to talk and have conversations about what you're looking at, what you should look at. We need to probably put some restrictions on it, but let's be a part of this together. You understand the dangers of this, and let's have a collaborative effort to make sure that you're doing it the right way. And I could see that. Sometimes when my parents took that approach, it was more effective for me. And maybe you just got to know your kid and how they would respond. But despite that, there are a lot of places, including the state of Florida, is talking about, I think a ban's just best. Let's just get rid of it. Let's not even give the kids that option. And many other places are jumping on it. Several different countries, like Australia's, talking about requiring social media companies to remove under 16 accounts. They're already jumping on that. And the UK is considering similar action. And now they say Greece is going to have a social media ban for anyone under the age of 15 beginning in January.
Wow.
With the new year. So they say it's just too addictive and we're tired of it. So we're going to just get rid of it. No kid can have it here in our country.
The kids started joining forces together, turning into the children of the corn, and started trying to take over the adults.
It's a scary thing because, it's mind manipulation, and we've just let it happen, and now we know what it is and how damaging it can be to a young mind. It's damaging to old minds, but it's really scary for young people.
I just remember it went from going to, watching MySpace and people, oh, look, I love your dog. I remember seeing this one woman talking about another person and giving all this information about their health and their like diseases they had. I'm thinking, can you even do that? I mean, you're calling somebody out. Hey, how can you prove that? And I'm thinking, this might go south eventually.
And it did.
Yeah. So it'll be kind of interesting. Now, I do like that if a government is going to be the banner of the social media, at least the parents don't look like the bad guy. So it's not like you're fighting with it. Be like, sorry, just you can't get it in this country or you can't get it in this state. So it does take a little bit of the burden off of the parents. But I think it would be interesting to see what is the better strategy. Should it be a collaborative thing that we work on with the kids? And maybe they would say you could do that right now, and nobody is. So as a state or a government, we feel like we got to step in and ban it because it's, reaping untold destruction on our kids. And I don't know if we can trust parents to parent, unfortunately, anymore.
Yeah.
Do you think it's more of the content kids are watching, or do you think it's the fact that they're comparing themselves to other people's lives that's causing a lot of the mental issues?
I think it's all of it. I think there's just so much. I think that the fact that they are comparing themselves, the fact that they are getting some really dangerous information, and I think the fact that their brains are hacked. I think just even you could make an argument that even if the content was great, the way that it keeps you on the device for as long as it does and what it does to your attention span, that can be very damaging as well. So all those three things together, yeah, it makes social media really bad. It's abused.
It changed the way you're able to process information. Like a tool that changes your brain. We did not sign up for that.
I know. I kind of went down a rabbit hole entitled "Rich People Getting Shut Down by the Cops." 35 minutes later, I watched like 11 videos.
And you're a grown man. Imagine. I mean, you're not supposed to be easily manipulated.
No.
You know better.
Yeah.
It gets us all. It's a weird thing because you're like saying, hey, they're just making their product very effective, and maybe people are just jealous about that, but it is definitely dangerous. So how often do we need to step in and tell companies that are doing a really good job of what they do to stop doing it as well? Because they have really kind of hacked us all. Now, to me, I'm typically up for people making their own decisions. I get that. And then I see a story like this. I'm like, no, maybe we should just ban it all. All of the harmful information that is out there. And if you have hemorrhoids, this is not a way to cure it. TikTok has always got different hacks.
Oh, boy.
Do we know anybody with hemorrhoids? Can we try this out?
The thing I find is weird. Isn't hemorrhoids typically an older person type of thing or a pregnant lady?
No. Well,
Young kids
anybody can get them.
Younger kids have them?
No, I don't think kids have them as much.
Well, do you remember it's a Hall of Fame baseball player, George Brett, and it was right before he was getting ready to play the World Series, and he had a terrible case of hemorrhoids, and that dominated the media headlines. So this guy's getting ready to play the World Series, and all people could talk about was his butt issues.
Man, he shouldn't have told nobody.
He said he'd be on deck, and the team's fans would just rip him apart about hemorrhoid issues.
Aww.
I know.
Poor guy just had to try to have an honest moment.
And he had an unbelievable season, too. You can get it from stress as well. And he was pretty stressed out.
Okay.
Well, if he would have had TikTok back in the 80s, he would have known all you got to do is put a little sugar on it.
Sugar?
I don't think that's real.
Now,
Sugar butt?
Sugar butt. This is what TikTok is claiming to treat your hemorrhoids. Now, the idea comes from sugar's ability to draw out fluid, which can temporarily shrink swelling. That's why some people are trying to claim that it works. But, of course, now the experts are having to go onto TikTok and saying, yeah, no, this actually is not good. In fact, it could make things worse. It could cause irritation, infection, more pain, and in some cases, turning a mild issue into a much more serious one.
Oh, no.
They're recommending maple syrup instead.
It's unreal. So, yeah, don't sugarcoat your behind if you're trying to get rid of them hemorrhoids.
What is happening out there?
Pretty insane.
But you know what? They put somebody in a white lab coat.
Yeah.
which anybody can buy, and that person's like, oh, this is what you do, and then everybody believes it.
Well, there's this whole thing on TikTok where they'll have, and they're fake influencers. They make it set up as if they are on a podcast with lighting, and they're getting interviewed, but there's no one in the room but them. So,
they did this.
Yes.
They set everything up, and they're also making up the information that they're sharing.
A lot of it's like that motivational thing. Here's the things you got to do when you wake up in the morning. One, eat a great breakfast, but there's nobody there in the room with them.
What would you say are the cartoons that defined the 2000s? Now, I'm familiar with some of them because of my older twins that are now 28. They were just little kids, and so they were watching them. And so if they were watching them, I was watching them too. So some of these I love. Mental Floss came out with their top 10. And there are a few on here that I absolutely love. I agree with.
For me personally, if we're talking 2000s, I'm going Family Guy.
Okay.
It seemed like it got a lot of popularity during that time period, and all my friends seem to watch it too.
Oh, my family loves Family Guy. They are constantly walking around the house talking like Peter Griffin.
Yeah, that one's been on a long time. What, 20 years plus? I would say Family Guy's been on now.
Oh, Virginia does the best Peter Griffin.
I do not.
She does. It's so good, Kevin.
No way.
I'm going to punch you.
You got to hear it. It sounds just like the cartoon.
Where's your hip scar so I know where to hit?
It's on both sides of my head.
Family Guy debuted in 1999.
Wow. That's the year we started in West Palm Beach on the radio.
It is.
You old?
Yeah, just like Family Guy. Wow. How about that? That's pretty crazy. Now, some of the other ones that they had in here would be ones that were targeted a little bit more to kids back in the era. I remember the Fairly Odd Parents.
Yes.
And that was a decent little cartoon. I found myself enjoying that. In fact, I would rate it as, will dad still watch when the kids walk away? If it's that level, it's a pretty good cartoon. That's one I'd be like oddly mesmerized, and I'd look around, all the kids are gone. It's just me.
It is weird. I had family members that would watch kid programming. My Aunt Ann loved Hannah Montana.
I get it. It was a great show. I would watch Hannah Montana all the time.
Some of the other ones that they put on their list that I love, they had the What's New Scooby-Doo. And I do remember there were some that were really bad because I grew up on the original Scooby-Doo cartoons. Love them. It was my absolute favorite. And then they had some that were kind of weak and they weren't good. I hated the Scrappy-Doo era, and just it kind of got bad there for a good decade.
Well, you could tell they finally got cleaned up and they weren't allowed to do drugs anymore.
Yeah.
Boo.
But then they kind of came back with the What's New Scooby-Doo. And I said, okay, try to, not be so judgmental. I was like, okay, they're not bad. Because to me, the original ones were funny, too. And these were a little bit better storylines and a little bit more humorous.
And the original ones, very bizarre, very weird. They had some weird storylines on some of them.
Another one of the cartoons they have that define the 2000s in their top 10 that I love, Phineas and Ferb. They've got it at number 5, and I actually would put that higher. That might have been my favorite cartoon from the 2000s.
Phineas and Ferb is a smart little cartoon.
That's a series and not just a standoff kind of cartoon.
Yeah, it was a series.
It's really good, too. It's 2 kids, and they're just always doing stuff. It's a lot like your son, Rocco.
They're building like a rocket in the backyard, and their parents are clueless.
Yeah, no idea. They had Kim Possible at number 3. That was solid and big in the 2000s. Your Powerpuff Girls, they put at number 2.
Oh, they were great, too.
They got staying power. Some of their toys are worth money.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you can argue with their number 1. Cartoons that defined the 2000s. Mental Floss said SpongeBob SquarePants.
SpongeBob is legendary.
Mm-hmm. Some of the other ones that they put in their top 10, Ed, Edd, and Eddy. I've heard of that one. Courage the Cowardly Dog. Teen Titans, and the Wild Thornberrys.
Does Franklin get no more shine? Franklin the Turtle? Is he gone?
I'm not shining on this list.
Franklin, speaking of old.
Pick up the pace, Franklin.
When was that on? Is that the 2000s?
I thought Franklin had a long run, but now the more that I bring up Franklin and the look of confusion on y'all's face makes me think Franklin ain't around no more.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
This Dirt of the Day is brought to you by my favorite closet people, closetsbydesign.com. Well, I don't know why the federal judge is making such a big deal about this. I mean, he's making a federal case about it. All Pooh Shiesty and his crew did, including his dad, Mr. Shiesty.
Okay.
All they did was rob and kidnap Gucci Mane and a bunch of people that were with Gucci Mane. I mean, what's the big deal?
I don't see a problem yet.
And it's on video. We just learned that there was surveillance video at the Texas recording studio where Pooh Shiesty and his father, Pa Shiesty, and a bunch of their friends in the Shiesty crew planned and orchestrated the robbing and kidnapping of Gucci Mane and his crew. Yeah, you're in trouble. And they got you on video.
Gosh, they were so close, too.
The judge has decided that no, he will not be let out. They're going to hold him. They are not giving him bail just yet because they don't believe that the community is safe if Pooh Shiesty is amongst the rest of us. So Pooh Shiesty will not get bail. He will have to chill and cool his jets.
They think Pooh is bad for us all?
They think Pooh is bad for everyone, man, woman, and child.
Right now, I'm not going to argue it. But if you ever need surveillance cameras anywhere, it's in a rap recording studio.
And they had them.
And they need to. I mean, remember, what was it, Jam Master Jay with Run DMC? He was gunned down in his own studio.
You're right.
You need those tapes, man. You got to see what's going on.
A lot of times they're lured there under the guise of, like in this case, a business meeting.
I thought Tupac got shot in a studio.
I think you're right.
Yeah, that's why you always, I mean, come on. You ain't putting your surveillance cameras in your recording studio. What you doing?
In other news, it looks like Lainey Wilson is talking candidly about a decision she's made. She, at the age of 33, has decided to freeze her eggs, saying, look, I always wanted to be a mom, but my busy career is making it not possible. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty expensive to freeze your eggs and go down that path. But when you're Lainey Wilson, you've got the money.
Mm-hmm. Is there any part of her voice that makes her sound like a country artist, do you think?
Feel it in my heart that I was called to be a mama, but sometimes the Lord just has other plans. I'm going to freeze my eggs in April, put them babies on ice.
Yeah. Sounds
Put them babies on ice.
Little country.
Do you believe she's country?
Through and through, she is country.
Louisiana girl.
Yes, she is. Mm-hmm. She is authentic. And finally here, the Florida prosecutors are now seeking Tiger Woods' prescription drug information. They want the records to figure out exactly just how many prescriptions he was given by his doctor. He did have them on file at a place called Lewis Pharmacy. And so, yeah, the prosecutors in Martin County are saying, we want to see those prescriptions just so we can see exactly what's going on here. I think all of us can agree, though, if you're on prescription pain pills, you should not be driving a car, right?
Well, of course not. And it's crazy to me, some of the people that's defending it. It's odd.
Well, Tiger is pleading not guilty. And I mean, they found pills in his pocket, right? I'm not making that up.
No, that's the reports, and that's what they're saying. And I've just heard talking heads talking, and I know if they were talking about other celebrities, they would crucify them. But for some reason, he's getting a pass, and I think that's odd.
It's very odd, and I don't think the prosecutors want to give him a pass. They want to fully investigate and then prosecute. You can't drive on pills, and this just needs to be a lesson for everybody.
Yeah, and I think the thing that's going to put the pressure on, too, is you've got wealthy neighbors that have influence as well that were complaining about the situations that he was driving under in their neighborhood and fearing for their own safety. And I know Tiger's very rich and powerful, but so are his neighbors. And when they're complaining, then, they're going to have to deal with it.
Exactly. That's exactly it. So, yeah, stay tuned. The prosecutors in Martin County are going to do it right, I think. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
It's pretty wild when Walmart says, yeah, this basic food item is getting too expensive and we just can't carry it anymore because our clients can't afford it. When you're talking Doritos have reached that level, you're like, what is going on with the world?
They're not lying, and I got to tell you, shrinkflation is real when it comes to Doritos, blue or red or whatever flavor you're talking about.
Wow. Instead, they're going to be stocking cheaper options for people outside of Doritos. So apparently they're priced out of Walmart now.
I will say that Walmart has better prices on stuff like that than your regular grocery store, though. As much as, as I bitch a lot about Walmart, you will get things that are in packages a little bit cheaper than at other grocery stores.
I think it's why a lot of people tolerate any kind of inconvenience they have is for the savings. And I think sometimes they know it. And they're like, oh, what are you going to do? You can't get these prices anywhere else, man.
Now, the trade-off is that you're at Walmart.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's always fun to people watch, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
There's some interesting things that people were saying on Ask Reddit that they have stopped buying due to price increases, and not just the Doritos made it. A lot of snacks and some snack foods that you would just never think would get so expensive. Twizzlers made the list.
Man, I'm going to go on record, and it's going to be controversial. Twizzlers is one of the most overrated candy on the planet.
I think there's just something about that gummy texture. I love it. And I know it's not good for me when I'm eating it. I'm like, girl, what are you doing? But I like to work on my food.
Only saving grace about a Twizzler is when you bite it and you use it as a straw for your soda just to make sure every one of your teeth can rot out.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. They say that for whatever reason, the price of Twizzlers has gone way up, I guess, due to higher production and inflation and everything else that's going on. Another food that they say has gone up is cereal. They say that already was expensive, but now you've seen a big tick up in price on that.
I just had a cereal party. I think we bought 8 boxes of cereal because we wanted variety.
I feel like they've doubled the price of cereal.
And even if you buy family size, again, you're opening it up. And you're like, what am I, 8 years old? I can eat a box of cereal and through one episode of Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
Someone
He's
is
not lying.
definitely stuck in the 90s.
Yeah.
Look at his outfit.
What are you talking about?
Fast food is another thing that people were complaining about, saying that they just don't buy it anymore because of the price increase.
Yeah.
Well, because the value is not there anymore. You used to go to fast food, A, because it was fast, and B, because there was value. I had the worst fast food experience yesterday. And I won't say the name, but it rhymes with Smurgersming.
Still failing, huh?
Kevin, I was in the line for 35 minutes, and it's one of those lines where you're stuck. You can't, unless I grew wings on my Jeep, there was no way I was getting out of this line. So I'm just stuck there. And of course, order was wrong.
Oh, dang.
Wow, so it was just all through and through.
All through and through. I'm driving on I-95.
Oh,
I would call the president and let him know, but he won't take our calls. So.
Short subject.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
After what we put him through.
Yeah.
We may never hear. We might have to work with a different fast food company.
That's it, yeah. Might be over. Soda, they say, the price has gone up. A lot of people are saying I've had to cut it out. And that's kind of crazy, or else maybe you've downgraded to one of the generics.
Yeah, you can do that.
But even maybe they're still expensive. I don't know. Jay-Bird would know more about the cost of soda increase than me.
Well, again, I swear I'm not getting paid by Walmart, but if you're a soda drinker, go to a place like a Walmart, you're going to cut your prices significantly.
And if you go to Aldi, you can get the generic soda, and that's really cutting your price.
And then you have to bring your own bag, and I guess quarters.
You do have to bring a quarter and your own bag.
I can just see that going so wrong for me.
People also complaining about the price of red meat. They say good chocolate. That has gone to the point where they can't afford it anymore, and even gas station coffee. I'm wondering what that has done to Starbucks and some of those places, how it has affected them, because I do hear more and more people, and look, I make my coffee at home. I wouldn't want to take the time, and I wouldn't want to spend the money, and it's a lot cheaper, and it's a lot faster, too, and it's pretty easy to make what I want.
I kind of feel like fancy coffee would be the first thing to go.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody the other day, and they had a $40 a week coffee habit until they stopped and started making it at home. They said, I'm saving so much money now.
$40 a week is a lot of money.
That's how much they're spending.
So much money.
$40 a week. They looked at it like, my gosh. And it was kind of like, sometimes you just don't realize where your money is going until you really sit down and do an audit of your own finances. And then it's shocking sometimes at the system. You're like, how did this just get away from me? Because I think you get in that routine. You just don't even look at it. You charge it. You don't think about it. and then you just pay the bill at the end of the month until you see how crazy it is.
Just had this conversation with myself about dinosaur eggs.
Yeah.
So I get
Bird,
it.
stop buying dinosaur eggs.
I get it.
They're not going to hatch you a real dinosaur.
And they're not going to go up in value either, by the way.
And it's not just food items that people are complaining about on Ask Reddit that they don't get anymore. Netflix, people are canceling that because they keep raising the prices there.
They do. You're right.
Concert tickets.
Yep.
And then beer at concerts is not cheap either. When you put the ticket and then if you want a beverage, yeah, forget about it.
And I want a craft beer. I want a special one. We're paying like $15, $17, $18 for one craft beer now at a festival or at a concert. And that's a lot.
I kind of feel like you're the only one on the show that's really kind of the concert guy. Because the last concert I went to was Corey Feldman, which I'm not proud about that.
Right.
When's the last concert you went to?
I haven't been to a concert in a hot minute.
And is it because it's expensive?
Yeah, the prices are crazy. I would rather invest my money other places. I'll drink a beer at home.
Yeah, I would say, and we don't even go frequently, and we pick our, concerts that we want. I used to casually go to concerts because hey, they're in town. I don't really love them, but let's just go see them. I don't do that anymore just because of the cost. So the ones that I'm kind of lukewarm on, I don't go see anymore.
You're right. You could go see a lukewarm band for about $30 and not feel bad about it. Now it's $3,500.
That would be a good name for a band, Lukewarm.
Lukewarm, yeah. No, not that good of an idea.
Yeah, I was just going to say, because I feel like
They're okay.
And also people complain about nail salon services that they said, I'm going to do it at home because it's just too expensive. And I see, too, a lot of the places are doing the robot stuff now. And I'm wondering when you can finally buy a home robot nail technician that you could just save how much money doing that.
Wow, that is sexy.
Mm-hmm. See it coming, Virginia.
A home robot nail tech?
Wait till the robot massagers start happening.
Yeah, they actually have that. There's some places in South Florida that are doing that now. They always had the sharper image chairs. This thing looks cool. I just don't know if it'd be comfortable. I'd have to probably try it myself.
You better hope it doesn't malfunction and start squeezing your organs.
Am I the only one that always thought the sharper image chairs sucked and were so overrated and never worked and would always dig into my spine?
They weren't worth the price.
No.
Yeah.
But sitting in one in the store, it's so gross. Because every person has sat in it and farted in it. And I'm good. I'm not going to sit there.
This is a video of a place in South Florida that actually offers up the robot massage. It's not a human. It is a machine that is giving you the massage.
I got a robot massage and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I went to the Massage Envy in West Boynton to try their new Escape massage. And once you get in there, you're going to get a cute little outfit to change into. And then afterwards, you're just going to lay on the table. And the robot is going to scan your body just to see how it's looking. And then you can pick and choose exactly where you want to focus on. And you can also see exactly where it is when it's there. You can change the pressure, how firm you want, how intense you want. You can do this for 30 minutes or for 60 minutes. And it's such a relaxing way to get a massage, especially if you need some recovery.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. I don't know what the price. To me, the price would be the difference. If I get a robot massage for maybe half the price or a quarter, then I'm like, all right, let's maybe look into that.
Yeah, it better be at least half the price.
Yeah.
And I have a question, and I'm going to clean it up, but tell me we're not going to get into a time period where you're going to get a robot massage and there's a little bit of a Robert Kraft angle to it.
These scandalous robots?
But how would you even navigate that with the law? Do you arrest the robot?
You can't.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you going to take them to lock up?
Mm-hmm. You tell that person, be like, you need to buy one of these for your house and don't leave. Yeah. And the weird thing is we're talking about how people have stopped buying so many items like Doritos and soda and fast food because of the cost. There are people still buying $20 smoothies. And they say it's a weird psychosis. People want to go into some of these places. Now, we've got our Pura Vida here in South Florida, but in L.A., they got that Air One, which might even be more expensive than
You're
Pura Vida.
right. That place is crazy.
It's absolutely insane. And they say it's kind of like a modern version now of the lipstick index. That's the idea that when money feels tight, people skip big splurges but still treat themselves to smaller luxuries. And they say now that small luxury isn't makeup, it's high-end food. And the $22 smoothie is what they want to get to scratch that itch.
Wow.
Don't you ever have one of them days where you're just like, man, I feel like the universe is against me. Let me buy that $20 sandwich.
You're right.
And that's what it is. They say the purchases don't feel indulgent. They feel justified.
You've deserved this because you've been through so much.
Well, there's a difference between buying something for $2,000 or a $15,
fancy sandwich. Yeah, totally.
And then you're trying to convince yourself, and it's good for me too.
Yeah, I need something.
Yes,
Everything's going wrong. Can just one thing go right?
Please, I'm crying. I want to eat my sandwich.
Can I just get a $22 smoothie? Well, we have our own Instagram page at kvj.eats where we show off some of our favorite restaurants and like to let people know about some of these places. And, I have a lot of videos up there that people are like, I've never heard of them. They live here locally. I took some guys from out of town to Cholo Soy yesterday, and they're like, "Oh, this place is great."
Nice,
good power move. People come out of town. Like I got you covered. I got a place for you. You're gonna love it.
Yep, you're gonna pay.
That's a real power move.
Cholo Soy is great.
It is, yeah. So I took them in there yesterday, but our boss is like, "I never even heard of that place." I'm like, "Oh, well, you got to go to kvj.eats."
Yeah,
yeah. We have a video up there showing off Clay and his great place it is there. So we do the videos, but the question has come up because Jaybird saw an influencer that was doing a vlog in a busy restaurant, and some people were complaining, saying it's kind of rude, it's kind of disrespectful. You got people that are trying to eat, and you're over here with light, and you're making a video, and you're just bringing all attention to yourself.
The people that were filming, they were just regular patrons, but they would get up from their table and walk around the restaurant. And they weren't really asking any kind of permission, so they're now walking around the restaurant, and they're being loud, and I'm having the corn dip, and it's amazing. And there was an older couple who was vocal and not liking the fact that they were getting their lunch/dinner disturbed by these local influencers. Because to the older couple's defense, these people were very loud and kind of distracting. So you're trying to eat, and all this is going on.
Yeah.
I mean, I was cool with it, but I could see somebody being a little pissy about it.
I think it's in the approach. The ones that I've seen have not been intrusive, but if somebody's getting up and you're noticeable to other people in the restaurant, then yeah, I think you cross into the line of being rude.
And what's that sound level? You got to be cognizant of, am I so loud making this video that I'm disturbing other people's meal? If you are, you really have to scale it back.
Well, it's the same concept of people who are filming themselves in the gym. You're filming and you're taking up a lot of space where other people are trying to work out, and you're really making it all about you when you're at a gym and people want to use the gym. They don't care about your social media video.
They don't care about your 75 followers.
No, and if someone walks behind them, the influencer gets mad, goes, "You're walking behind my video." Well, yeah, it's a gym and I'm grabbing a dumbbell.
Yeah, I don't even know why you would go into a busy restaurant and make one of those videos anyway, because it's going to be harder to hear what you're saying, and it's just too much. Most of the videos I see, they go at a respectable time. There's some people there, but it's not packed, and then they have kind of done their own thing. I think the ones that are good, they do it respectful. Nobody gets upset with their videos.
I try to do it early, so you don't want to be like hitting them at their rush when the place is crowded. Go and be like the first diners there. That's a good time.
I'll ask the manager who's ever working, just saying, I'll introduce myself and say, "Hey, look, I'm here to, because I like your place. That's why I'm doing it." So they're not, put off by it. But it's kind of crazy. Even some restaurants, they get put off. They don't want you filming their restaurant at times.
Well, they don't know what you're going to say. All of these wild, wild west influencers can say whatever they want. Like, you could eat the pizza and then say, like, "Oh, it's terrible. This place sucks." Like, they don't know.
You can Dave Portnoy there. Yeah. Is that his name? Portnoy?
Portnoy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You could say bad things, and maybe they've had people do that to them already and got burnt.
Yeah, maybe. So, yeah, do it the right way. Don't give us food influencers a bad name. And if you're not, go follow us on Instagram at kvj.eats and see all the videos that we have up there. If you do live in South Florida, or if you're coming to South Florida, I think you're going to find some good spots to go check out.
People fighting online, losing their minds. So we read the crazy crap they write and have a fun time. Well, get ready for this week's digital drama.
Well, apparently Easter dinner got a bit tart. 2 guests actually had a little too much to drink and then disappeared out to a shed out back, and some people think they actually hooked up. Now, some people think it's hilarious. Other people are finding it a bit trashy, and you're going to see, obviously, from this thread who thinks what. Jillian is the one who starts this whole thing off, and I'll play the role of Jillian, and she is upset, just to have you know. Virginia, you can be Ty, Jaybird, you'll be Albert, and Denny's, you can be Candy.
Ooh, Candy. Spicy.
Yeah. You look like a candy.
Oh, yes, sweet like candy. Okay, here's what Jillian had to say. I am sorry, but this is disgusting. It is Easter, families, kids, people saying grace, and you two are outside acting like it's a nightclub. And the worst part, you thought nobody would notice? 2 people vanished during dinner at the same time. We're not idiots. We know what you were doing out there. Oh, yeah.
Okay, relax. They had drinks and made a bad decision. Look, it's messy, not criminal. Y'all acting like they burned the church down. But yeah, coming back sweaty and fixing your clothes and avoiding eye contact. Girl, that told the whole story.
My issue isn't even the hookup, it's the timing. You missed ham, mac and cheese, and deviled eggs for that? That's poor judgment. Also, behind the shed, you couldn't at least upgrade locations? That's where we keep our lawn chairs, y'all.
Oh, I'm not even mad. I'm impressed at the confidence. Y'all really said, let's risk it all between dinner and dessert. Ooh. And let's be real, half the party knew when you, even when you came back. It's kind of hot.
No, do not normalize this. There are kids running around looking for eggs while y'all are out there being reckless. It's flat out trashy. Next year, I'm locking the doors during dinner, and nobody's going to be sneaking off on my watch.
Jillian, please. You're acting like the fun police. Nobody got hurt. Everyone's just mad because they got caught. If anything, alcohol's the real villain here. That day drinking and poor decisions go hand in hand. Let it go, girl.
I'm still stuck on how fast it happened. Y'all left during mashed potatoes and were back before dessert. That's efficient, but also alarming. And now I can't even look at that shed the same way. You ruined a perfectly good storage area.
Final thought, if you're going to do something wild at Easter, at least commit to it and own it. Because sneaking back like nothing happened while your shirt's on inside out, that's what made it legendary.
Candy likes it.
She does. Candy. What'd you expect? Now we got Layla here in a thread who got blamed for a fart she never did in a meeting that was packed with employees. Now, apparently her boss is actually the one that did it and is the one that let her take the blame for it.
Dang.
So we will have Bird playing the role of Layla here, who gets blamed for the fart.
Great role.
I'll play the role of Jack. Virginia, you can be Scotty, and Denny's, you can be Vilma. Okay.
Okay, so my boss farted in a meeting and blamed it on me. I feel like I shouldn't take this false accusation.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think you got to fall on the fart sword. You can't blame the boss. They signed your checks. Sorry, but you're now known as the office farter, Layla.
If you didn't fart, you need to defend yourself. You don't deserve that type of stank on you.
It sucks because it all went down in front of a guy I'm crushing on. Now he thinks I'm the office farter.
Yeah, you know, sometimes life ain't fair, girl. I wouldn't challenge your boss on this. It's just a fart. People are going to forget about it soon enough. Lean into it. Next meeting, just lift your leg up and let one rip.
That is awful advice, Jack. Unfortunately, people don't forget when you fart in a meeting. Trust me.
Yeah, it'll probably be easier just to quit your job.
I actually can't believe this thread. A woman's career is threatened because of a toot? We live in a sick world, you guys.
That is pretty extreme, yes. if gas costs you your job. Wow.
Who wants to laugh their ass off? Ooh, I know I do. He wrote some funny punchlines just for me and you. It's Danny's Joke Jury.
Who's ready to laugh?
All righty. Danny's has got a little comedy for us today. We just got to tell them what jokes are working and which ones are not. What do you got, Denny's?
All right, I spiked this one in because we have the Cajun Crawfish and Music Fest coming up this weekend.
Topical.
I love topical.
Couple topical ones. First one, which shellfish does covers of songs like American Woman and Fly Away?
I don't know which shellfish does that.
Lenny Kravitz.
Rabbits.
I love a crab joke.
Do you see him kind of Lenny's hair, but he's in like a crab shell?
It's beautiful.
It could work. Playing guitar with claws.
You could play the guitar really good if you had them claws.
Oh, yeah. All right, second joke for y'all. It's good crab commentary on my end. Second joke. What agency converts homeless people into law enforcement?
I don't know what agency does that.
Hobocop.
Smart.
Third joke. What do you call it when a zoo only has one koala, one panda, and one grizzly?
I don't know. What do you call that?
The absolute bare minimum.
The absolute bare minimum.
How late?
Oh, that was
Like, is that 11 p.m.
that
joke?
was a late joke. Another crawfish joke for y'all. Why did the crawfish refuse to do foreplay?
I don't know. Why did the crawfish refuse to do foreplay?
He was a shellfish lover.
Okay.
And final joke. What did they catch the military lawyer doing in the porno theater?
I don't know. What was the military lawyer doing in the porno theater?
Jagging off.
Oh. Okay. I get it.
Nice work, Denny.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
This Dirt of the Day is brought to you by my favorite closet people, closetsbydesign.com. Well, I was like, whoa, when I read this. Nikki Glazer, now, you know, she's got the hot hand right now as far as female comedians. She just sat down and did a podcast interview and talked about how she and her longtime boyfriend think it's exciting when he hooks up with other women.
I bet he does.
She's into it too. Not just him. Now, we all knew he'd be into it, but she thinks it's sexy.
And I'm not saying that she doesn't, but she's also a comedian, and they love to say things that shock the world.
Well, you got me, girl.
Yeah.
I definitely don't get it. Now, she says that she's not looking to hook up with other dudes. She just likes it that he hooks up with other women. And I would say to that, hell no.
Oh, he'll be banging 10 broads this weekend.
Oh, my
He'll
God.
be like, now how excited are you?
Yeah, I'm sure this is gonna go great.
It's a mess.
In a relationship, I don't really care if my boyfriend were to hook up. Okay, I read about that. Yeah,
We need to talk about that.
But that is not a two-way street. Like I'm not someone who likes to hook up when I'm in a relationship. I'm not really like I don't really care about that. But I don't care if someone else were to.
Hold on.
In fact, I kind of like it. It's kind of it's a problem, I think.
Yeah. No, we need to talk about this.
Okay.
I mean, there's terms for this, but we can't really get into this right now. But on the podcast, we can.
Yes, and we will.
Okay.
And we should. We'll leave it for there. Well, there is a country artist, Ella Langley. You know her, Kevin, right?
I do, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So she was talking about she had to have eye surgery. So when she was little, you know, she had problems and like she would have like things where her eyes were like crossed a little bit, and they took her eyes out of her head and did eye surgery and corrected her vision and then put her eyes back into her head. Whoa.
Wow.
That's
crazy.
Wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she talked about how she had multiple surgeries to do that, and they finally fixed her eye muscle issues.
Wow.
So good for her.
Here she is talking a bit about it.
I'll get songs stuck in my head and parts to it, and I just have that right there stuck in my head, like on repeat over.
Yeah, she was talking a bit about the eyes, but she's also talking about some of the songs going on there as well. That's kind of a crazy thing. I didn't know they had surgery for that.
They remove your eyes, fix them when they're on the counter, and then put them back in your head.
I don't know what happened, Clark. One day eyes are crossed. Next day she gets kicked by a mule. Eyes go back. Just kind of a crazy thing. Yeah, she was talking a little bit about her song "Choosing Texas," which is, I still believe, the #1 song in America.
Oh, it's a beast.
And it's been #1 for a while. It's turned into one of those songs where when people hear it, they kind of hear other lyrics, if that makes sense. Like,
Yes.
you can easily get them messed up with something else.
There's a lot of that going on in music where songs are coming out, and I'm not even kidding you. There's 7 different versions of songs, and it's making your brain go, I know these songs, but it's tricking you thinking it's one song.
Yeah, this is kind of one of those songs where you hear other lyrics. You know how you, excuse me while I kiss this guy?
Yes.
Her song, Choosing Texas, is like that.
I'll get songs stuck in my head and parts to it, and I just have that right there stuck in my head, like on repeat over and over again now.
Have you ever accidentally sung it like that on stage or no?
I've feared that a lot. I really do. Because I have the thing about me where it's like, I have one specific thing I should not say, and then I'm accidentally going to probably say it. Like, I don't know why.
That's a real thing for people who have OCD.
Totally.
You're afraid you're going to say something in your head, and it becomes a fear, and you're afraid that's what's going to happen. It's a real thing.
And listen to the song itself. You can kind of hear where people are getting confused about the lyrics. I farted in there?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what people are singing in this part of the song.
Because I farted.
I'll never not hear that now.
And there's kind of a naughtier lyric. I'll just tell the parents earmuffs on this one, but this is what some people were hearing in her song, Choosing Texas.
Cowboy always finds a way to leave, drinking Jack all by myself.
The Jack all by myself, people think it might be another word for tugging it.
All right.
You think of what that is, and it has the word Jack in it.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
We got it.
Jack all by myself.
And a lot of people actually do that by themselves. So
Yes.
Absolutely.
it does kind of work out. Fun little song called Choosing Texas by Ella Langley.
And finally here, the drug dealer known as the ketamine queen, the one that sold the drugs that killed actor Matthew Perry, was just sentenced yesterday. They gave her 15 years in prison after she pled guilty. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Okay, can you answer like a majority of the KVJ show members? That's what we're going to find out here with a little round of majority rule. It is myself, Virginia, Jaybird, and producer Denny's here. Okay, first one is I need you to write down a cheap purchase that feels expensive. What is a cheap purchase that feels expensive? Okay, cheap purchase that feels expensive. All right, I'm going to say right now, I'll see if anyone answers with gasolina. Virginia, what do you think is a cheap purchase that feels expensive?
Chips.
Okay. What do you think, Jay Bird?
I almost had that. I wrote down pizza combos, and then I scratched them out.
I can't believe it. Panda bought chips, and what used to be like $3 a big bag was $6.
I put down brie cheese because when I buy brie cheese, I do feel like I'm like a banker or I belong on Wall Street.
It's very fancy.
That's a fancy
of you.
cheese.
Yeah, and I can feel it even at the cashier. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's like $9 cheese.
Who's a diva now?
I know. I didn't feel even right talking about it.
And what did you write down, Denny's?
I wrote down coffee.
Coffee, yeah. I mean, those are all things that people are complaining about. Okay, no matches on that one. All right, give me something that breaks easily. Something that breaks easily. Okay. What do you think, Virginia? What is something that breaks easily?
iPhones.
Okay. All right, Jay Bird.
I put my old ass bones.
That's a good one. Denny's.
I kind of panicked. I wrote fine China. Does everybody already have their answers written?
Yeah. And I went glass. I thought it was just going to be generic enough for somebody to answer that way, but.
That can't happen when you panic. You're running out of time. You have to write something.
Everybody had their pens. They all had their pens out immediately. You guys came up so fast.
What is something that people forget? What is something that people forget? What do you got, Jay Bird?
He forgot.
My answer. I panicked again. I didn't write it down. So I'm
I'll
gonna
give you a second here because you set the time on this.
Okay, someone's name.
Someone's name, okay. Denny's?
I put street names.
Oh,
like address.
Streets, okay. You had people names, you had street names. I put passwords. Oh, Virginia.
Passwords.
Oh, okay, we got a match. Bam. All right.
Mine's all Bigfoot eye.
Okay, Virginia, I have the first points of the game. All right, what is a reason that people argue? Denny's, what is a reason that people argue? What do you think? What is your answer?
So I wrote down finances.
Okay. I think this counts. I wrote money. Basically, yeah, same thing. All right, Virginia.
I wrote money as well.
Ooh, okay, Bird.
I wrote down sports just because Denny's told me a story of some people he knows. They haven't talked for like years because they would always get into arguments about what team they loved.
Yeah, so my ex-girlfriend's older brother would get in epic fights and not talk to his family for weeks because of sports.
Oh, really?
I think it was
He's left dinner.
Was he the Yankees?
So he liked the Jets, Mets, and Rangers. And every time they lost, the grandfather liked the Yankees and like the Giants or whatever. So he would always be like, oh, well, if your team was just better. And I seen him leave dinners and not come back.
Okay, we got 3 points on that one. I get one. Virginia and Denny's gets one as well. All right, in majority rule, tell me a popular hobby. What is a popular hobby? I wrote down collectibles.
Oh.
Well, I guess I know who I'm not matching with. That's why you never try to get in Jay Bird's head. I know. It's never going to be the obvious
your house
answer.
is filled with collectibles.
It was a great answer from Kevin.
I fear I'm not getting a match. Virginia, what do you got?
I wrote card collecting.
I should have gone with that. All right, Jay Bird.
From a certain point of view, me and Virginia kind of have the same answer. I put bingo.
No.
Just no. Just no.
And Denny's, what did you put?
I put toy collecting.
That's collectibles, right?
Yeah.
I think we all did collectibles.
There we go. Thank you, Denny's. I get the win.
And just like that.
I was trying to match with the bird.
Don't stop trying.
It is such a challenge. I just don't know if that's going to work out for anybody. Okay, do you think this should be a breakup? This is a guy that is a little burnt out, but his girlfriend's going through more than he is. She's fighting cancer, and not the first time, the second. Says, I stood by her through her first battle, the chemo, the scans, the fear, the remission. I thought we survived it. Then it came back. I love her, I truly do, but my life has slowly turned into nothing but cancer talk, doctor visits, medications, and being the strong one. I'm 33 years old, and I am exhausted. I feel awful admitting that I don't think I have it in me to do this again. Friends keep telling me how strong I am and how lucky she is to have me, and the truth is, I don't feel strong. I feel trapped by guilt. If I leave, I look like a monster. If I stay, I'm scared I'll disappear completely from myself. Is it selfish to admit that I may not be the source of strength she needs anymore, even if I do still love her? I don't think your feelings are probably that rare. I think anyone who has supported someone that was going through a serious disease like that probably has many days where they feel exactly as you do right now. But something kept them going through it, hopefully, and they were there for that person. And I think you might just need to find a way to hit your reset and to find something else. And maybe you can find some way to find joy outside of it, apart from it, without totally abandoning her and breaking it off with her.
This is why they put in your vows in sickness and in health. Because when you marry somebody...
Oh, they're only boyfriend, girlfriend.
Oh, they're only boyfriend and girlfriend. Oh.
Yeah, and everyone knows marriage vows are, it's about as good as any kind of contract out there. Kind of, full of holes.
If they're only boyfriend and girlfriend, that is the next level.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody's going to hate you if you break up with a person with cancer.
This almost sounds like a 90210 episode or like some kind of episode you would see in a sitcom because it's so heavy and,
It's so heavy, but, are you okay with everybody that knows you now being mad at you? Because that's what's going to happen if you break up with somebody who's battling cancer.
Mm-hmm. I think it's good you've recognized that you've hit a wall, and you have hit a wall. But the first thing you said is, even if I still love her, you do. You got to recognize that first and foremost, that you love her. And there's a person in there that is going through something that you first fell in love with, that is battling something very nasty, and you want to be supportive and be there. I think you're also telling yourself, too, that you do have to have a bit of a break. And I don't think you should feel guilty for that. I think you should have moments where you say, I got to get away. What is your thing that you truly love to do outside of being with her that you can do now that kind of hits the reset so that you then have the strength to go back in and give her the support that she needs?
And sometimes in life, life doesn't care about your plans. And this is a part of life that's almost allowing you to be a spiritual person. You're doing something good for your spirit and her spirit. And I know during those times it can suck, but maybe that's something your spirit needs and you don't even know that.
Yeah, and I will tell you the other thing, too, is I don't think you'll like yourself very much if you do this. There's so much that you're saying in this email that is telling me that, and Tom had said this in our chat. He said, I think if he leaves her, he's never going to forgive himself. And one time I'd heard that, your self-esteem is really just the reputation you have with yourself. And I was like, wow, I started realizing that I was making decisions, that I started thinking less of myself, because I said, you're better than that. And how you do that. And I realized that I was really belittling my own self-esteem by doing things that I knew were not right. And my conscience just kept pinging me for it.
Dang, that's deep.
Your choices have a ripple effect.
Sure.
And you need to realize that in the moment and realize that, oh gosh, do I want to make moves that I'm going to regret later? And the answer is no, because then you're going to beat yourself up about it. And then you're going to be in a depression because you made the wrong move that was selfish in this moment. Kevin's right. You need a reset. You need to give yourself a little self-care and then try to get back in it as best you can.
But believe it or not, there's some people, too, that are going through something like that. And they sometimes want to go through it alone. They don't want a partner to feel like they're burdening them, and it makes it tougher for them just with their own. I've had talks with people about that before. They said, I didn't want to burden anybody. They said, I'm going to go through it alone, and that's another side of things. But I don't want to go through it alone, so y'all better not leave my ass.
We're sticking through everything. New hips.
You better.
New everything.
Kelly said, I don't think he wants a break, Kev. He wants a permanent break. And that's what he's alluding to. But that's why I'm saying I would at least do this in steps. I would try to start finding some moments for yourself and see how that rejuvenates you, because it just sounds like you're burnt out from all this.
And that can happen.
Yeah, so do that at least first. Some people are talking about there is also some counseling that you can do that is specific to this very thing, because there are people. It's caretaker counseling Panchita's talking about, where people are going through this stuff. Might be something to lift your spirits.
That's such a great call. They specialize in that. They may have a perspective you're not even thinking about.
Being a caretaker is difficult, and you need to acknowledge that and give yourself a little break and give yourself a little joy.
Yeah.
Damn, I am seeing some cold comments that, oh man, it's just a girlfriend. You're not married. I'm like, damn, that's cold.
Yeah. And they, look, they're right. I think ultimately, if you did shake it down, you're entitled to break up with anybody that you don't want to be with anytime you want. And yeah, people will judge you and whatnot, but like I said, it's how you look at yourself. And I think he'll probably feel guilty. At least take the right steps. I'm not saying it's definitely not a breakup, but I would say at least do it incrementally and see how you feel after you get a little bit of a breather to kind of spend some time to yourself doing what you need to do. Got this question about a makeup or breakup. Says, I've been engaged for almost a year and a half. My fiance keeps saying that he wants to give me a, quote, proper wedding, so we have to wait until we have the money. We haven't even picked a date yet, and I've told him that it doesn't matter to me, but he insists on waiting. Recently, I met a new guy at my office. He's really cute.
Uh-oh.
He's kind. He's a gentleman. And I get genuinely excited when he's around. My heart even flutters when he texts me.
Uh-oh.
All right.
This is not good.
I've heard enough.
Girl, what are you doing?
In full honesty, I did send him a photo of myself in cute workout clothes before heading to the gym.
Girl.
I was upfront with him about being engaged, but I also shared my frustration about the slow wedding planning. He's been really understanding, and he's even said things like, if you were my fiance, I wouldn't wait.
Oh, Lord.
This is disgusting, but what kind of outfit was she wearing?
Yes, can we see the picture?
I've never had a reason to doubt my fiance's love for me, but now I'm beginning to have doubts after meeting this new guy. Are these thoughts something I should take seriously, or is it just pre-wedding nerves?
You are not ready to get married.
No.
If this is how you are carrying yourself in public, girl, stop. Tell your fiance, you know what? I don't want to get married. I don't want to give you this ring back, and we're going to maybe take a break from each other. Go explore that other relationship because you are not ready to get married.
And there's some people that put themselves in these crush type situations. If you're with a partner and you are committed to that partner, stop being around these people that are going to throw it at you. You're putting yourself in a terrible position.
You are the one that is now going to mess up your marriage that you say you want so bad.
Take a cold shower and call it a day.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to break up on that one.
Yeah. And he needs to know what she's been up to. How mad would you be if you found out Honeyface was sending some rando dude gym selfies of her in a cute little workout outfit?
Well, it's a breakup.
It's a breakup. You don't want to put up with that. You're not even married yet.
Well, especially because I never even go to the gym. Like right off the bat, we're not seeing eye to eye.
Well, I guess if you've got cliffs around you, it's an alpine divorce. I guess if you have water around you, it would be an ocean divorce. Either way, it is one of the dumbest things you can do right now if you have a rocky marriage to go out anywhere in nature with your partner.
Sometimes you don't even have to be rocky. What about that newlywed couple? She pushed him off a cliff, I think day 4 of them getting married.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's unreal. You're like, my goodness, I wouldn't trust any of it. I mean, they just had the national case that was going on. That one doctor that clubbed his wife a couple times in the head with a rock.
Yeah, he tried to kill her a few different ways. First, he tried to push her. When that didn't work, he tried to inject her with a needle, and then he tried to hit her with a rock.
Did she die?
No.
Wow, this guy's really bad at murder.
She's a tough broad.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's going to be sentenced, I guess, this summer, looking at maybe 5 to 10 years for it, but he's going to appeal.
That's not enough.
It's not enough.
I know. Well, he tried to say that she came at him, so it was one of those things where it's just mutual violence, and he just happened to get the upper edge of it.
Yeah, she kept coming at me for the 9th time after I tried to stab her, throw a rock at her, throw her off a cliff. I mean, it's like, what are you talking about?
What else?
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. One story after another, and the one that we've got that's not too far from us was the married couple that was boating, and she went missing on Saturday from the boat. Her husband, Brian Hooker, saying that she fell overboard with the boat's keys shutting off the engine. And he said these strong currents carried her away. And then he paddled to shore to report it. It took him like 9 hours, apparently, to swim to shore and then report it.
Swim to shore, or was he still in the boat?
I thought he swam to shore because the boat wouldn't start because she had the keys, and so he couldn't start it. That's how I understood it.
This story sounds some suspect. No.
How convenient that it took you so many hours to swim to shore while she was out there drifting further and further away from land.
I can hear it on Dateline. He was in the water for 9 hours, or was he?
And
it's a pretty good Keith Morrison.
And then her daughter kind of stepped in and started talking about their relationship and said that it had been very volatile, especially when they were drinking. And they had quit drinking for about 1.5 years. But apparently when they got to Key West, you know what happens.
Oh,
dude,
there
are so many body cam Key West videos to a point where they may stop letting people go to Key West.
Yeah. And so here now is even a voicemail that the daughter's presenting, and she is not making a good case for the stepdad, Brian Hooker, and how it looks in the disappearance of her mom, Lynette.
Hello, honey. I just got a call from Booktown Search and Rescue, and I found a flotation device that...
Now, here is Brian. This is a voicemail that he left for the daughter, talking about the disappearance of her mother.
I threw to mom when she fell overboard, and so they haven't found her yet, but they can now focus all of their efforts in a smaller area, and they're still out there searching today. So I just wanted to update you and let you know.
Okay. Sounds like he's a caring man, doesn't he?
If that was my dad, the juicy daddy, and he left me a voicemail about my mom going overboard, and that was the temperament, I'd be like, what is going on here? No?
Yes. I'd be very suspect.
Well, apparently authorities are as well, because he was taken into custody in Abaco and is being questioned. No charges have been announced as of yet. But with the daughter's skepticism and other family members saying, yeah, we could totally see this guy doing it, this just fits a narrative for him.
Wow.
They say the investigation remains active. Again, no official charges yet, but it is starting to look a little suspicious. And that's bad news, unfortunately, for Lynette Hooker. So God bless. I hope she's found, but we'll see.
They only found the flotation device. They found that, he said, or was that a lie too?
Yeah, you don't know. Who knows?
9 hours is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's like 5 versions of watching the movie Titanic.
And there was another story that we were talking about yesterday, which I could see would cause some marriage troubles. It was the New England Patriots head coach, Mike Vrabel, and the sports reporter, Diana Rossini, who were photographed holding hands at a luxury resort in Sedona, Arizona. Now, both of them are married.
Hugging. And then they were laying out by the pool, like in lounge chairs, like giggling. And they weren't PDAing like hard. You didn't see them like kissing or anything. Mm-hmm. But those are the kind of photos that, like, if any of our significant others did that to us, we'd be like, what the hell?
Even if you're down by the pool, just you sitting down there, I'm like, what the heck is going on here?
Why do you guys look like a couple?
Now, Rossini told Page Six, who had the photos and published them, she said, the photos don't represent the group of 6 people who were hanging out during the day. Like most journalists in the NFL, reporters interact with sources away from stadiums and other venues. And Mike Vrabel, the Patriots coach, said these photos show a completely innocent interaction and any suggestion otherwise is laughable. Now, I will tell you that there were some people that disagreed with Rossini. They had said that, hey, look, you need to, in journalism, because people will wonder when you get sources, when you do things, are you giving special favors to get special information? And so they just said, look, for journalistic integrity, they were questioning the fact that she was so chummy with the New England Patriots head coach.
You shouldn't be hugging your source and sharing a pina colada in a bikini. Mm-hmm. It's just a lot.
I'll tell you what, though, them Patriots.
them pina coladas.
Like that to get after it.
The Patriots are froggy.
Now, here's what's kind of interesting is people have started digging a little bit deeper.
Oh, good.
Now, this Rossini, Diana Rossini, she's been married to Kevin Goldschmidt, who is a Shake Shack executive since 2020. And they did pull up this of Diana Rossini when she was on ESPN. And she was talking to First Watch in the morning. And they were talking a little bit about her husband and why she didn't really put him on social media and whatnot.
Diana, we want to give you one more chance to address this. It happened earlier in our program today. For those of you who weren't watching, Diana Rossini said this.
And I think we all do weird things when we're in love, and we overshare and overpost. And look, he's getting married to a beautiful actress. I'm married to someone average. I don't post a lot about him. If I was married to someone beautiful, I'd overpost too.
How would that make you feel if you were her husband? That I'm married to someone average. If I were married to somebody beautiful, I would overpost too, but he's not.
I would post more of my husband, but he's a mutant. Thanks.
He's not good looking. You don't want to look at him.
Like, bruh.
What?
She's doing it all wrong.
What?
Why would you say that?
Now, this doesn't seem nice. We have put together photos of Diana's husband here for everyone to see so you can make some amends on national television.
We're average together. And you know what the worst part is? He sent me a text during that segment, not watching because he actually works for a living. And he said, good luck today, be great on Get Up. So the guy's got a heart of gold, and here I am on national TV killing him. Look, we're average together, but he makes me above average because he married me. So I am so sorry. I need to really stop killing my husband on television. I'm going to be divorced by Christmas.
You may not find a more annoying clip.
Wow.
That's rough.
You like that one?
She is rough.
Ooh, wow.
That is tough to listen to.
Now, not only did they dig up that clip from ESPN, but they also dug up that back in 2015, Diana Rossini actually had another issue that had happened. Now, right after she joined ESPN, Jessica McLaughlin, the wife of Redskins GM Scott McLaughlin, publicly accused her of having an inappropriate relationship with her husband. The tweets were vulgar and specific. And at the time, ESPN defended Rossini and called her an excellent reporter who should never have to be subjected to such vulgar comments. McLaughlin then later publicly apologized and called her own comments unfounded and inappropriate. Now, Rossini has been one of the most prominent NFL reporters in the country since joining ESPN and then joined The Athletic in 2023.
Yeah, she's popular because she likes to get huggy with her sources. They love her, and they'll tell her stuff maybe they wouldn't tell another dude.
I couldn't deal with that voice. Oh, my God, Kevin.
So, I mean, just imagine if you're her husband, who is a Shake Shack executive, and she is on ESPN saying that she doesn't post about you on social because you're so average looking, and then she's out here flirting with anybody to try to get a story. And maybe she'll be frank with her husband. You're like, oh, I just flirt to try to get stories. But still, do you like any of that stuff when you add it all together?
No.
Is this a makeup or a breakup for you?
It's a breakup. She's disrespectful. She ain't doing it the right way. We're out.
And I want to see more video footage because I can bet you there's cameras in this hotel where they say they were there with a big group of people. Okay, let's see the footage of who went back to what room and what time that went down. In the lobby, in the restaurant, in the hallway. What was the action there?
I personally think, and this is just my opinion, and they be swinging.
Somebody, Harvey Levin, are you listening? You need to reach out to that hotel and offer them cash money for their security surveillance tapes so we can see what happened when they didn't think anybody was watching in the hallways, in the restaurant.
Somebody just texted in. They said, if I were her husband, I would take her on a Bahamas cruise.
Top deck. Big balcony.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, I would recommend to always be aware of gators, but particularly this time of year, you got to watch out because, you know, I have seen gators sometimes and they're just pretty chill. In fact, I've gotten bold enough every now and then. There was one time I was at PGA National playing a little bit of golf and there was a gator right there and I went right up pretty close, within about 10 feet. He was just kind of chilling, took a little video of him. I wasn't scared, Virginia.
Wow.
I did the same thing. I used to see him by the canal where I used to live, back down in Sandalwood area.
Right.
And they'd get really super close. And it was almost like when I smelled gasoline, I couldn't help it. I had to get near it.
Okay. Huh. Yeah.
In a safe way, of course.
Oh, right, of course. Well, now you got to watch out because apparently it's gator mating season and they've been horny and they get a little bit squirrely. And I don't know if they'll hump your leg, but they might come after you.
So what's a day in a life for a horny alligator? Like right now, is that all they're thinking about right now?
Yeah, that's it.
All day long.
Just like you. That's all they can think about. Yeah, they say peak mating is going to be in May and June. It's just kind of kicking off right now. So they're Florida Fish and Wildlife is kind of putting it out there right now. Just be a little bit aware because they're a little bit more visible in lakes and ponds and waterways across the state, so you see them more. and just kind of, watch out because they'll be a little bit froggy.
And maybe don't be like Kevin and Jason and go
Not
up
this
and
time of year,
try
no.
to video them and get close.
No,
Yes.
I was wrong for doing that, and I want to go on record. Do not do
Good.
Don't do a jaybird. But I do have a question, and maybe the animal people can help me. Let's say you've got a frisky gator that likes to get busy at 7 a.m. and does its thing. Is it wanting to do that thing again at, I don't know, 12 p.m.?
I don't know. You have to interview the gator.
Or someone that knows about gators.
Amy from Bush Wildlife.
That's kind of a weird question to ask.
She expects it from us.
Yeah, so you want to be careful with a lot of the usual things that maybe people don't know, like keep your pets that are on a leash far away from any water. This is the time of year, especially where they're going to come up and be snatching doggies. So be alert in your shorelines. Keep your hands and feet inside boats while on the water. If you're on something that might have gators in it. So all those kind of things. Just give them their space.
Gotcha.
Yeah, until we at least get through June and maybe a little bit longer. Well, they say that Anthony Buell and March Chadwick got arrested on Saturday after driving through Central Florida with a dead gator strapped to the car roof. How Florida man is that, huh?
Very, very gator heavy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
What are you getting paid by the gators over there, Kevin?
I am, yes. $1. I'm at $2 now. Witnesses first spotted the vehicle near Walt Disney World Resort outside of Orlando, and the license plate readers tracked the car as it moved through multiple locations. They covered the reptile with a white sheet after being warned by multiple parties that possession of the alligator is illegal in the state of Florida.
Oh, they blew it. They should have put it in a UF jersey.
If they would have just put it in the trunk or in like the back in the car, no one would know. You can't have it on the roof.
Yeah, you can't put it on the roof.
Yeah. Well, they got pulled over in Melbourne about 7 p.m. They both admitted to taking the roadkill alligator to have it taxidermied. They were charged with illegal killing, possessing, or capturing alligators and posted $5,000 bond each. So Chadwick is a New York architect, while Buell is described as a world traveler and son of a philanthropist.
If you found a dead gator on the side of the road and it was still fresh enough to cook and eat, do you get in trouble for that?
Great question.
That's what
Yeah.
That's exactly. Okay, I got to start listening better.
They got charged with killing it, but if it was roadkill, it was already dead.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think if you do it, you might have to have a license. I think they might regulate how many you can kill. And so Florida Fish and Wildlife want to do all that kind of stuff. So I would definitely look into that kind of stuff, even if it would be roadkill. I think you need to get it passed by that. And honestly, I mean, if it's been sitting on the side of the road, I'm not sure you want to eat roadkill anything.
Dude, my freshman year in college, it was a redneck town, and we hit a deer, and it was my coach wanted to cook the dead deer and put it on the bus. People eat roadkill.
Rednecks have a different kind of gullet. They're conditioned. I wouldn't recommend us city folk trying something like that. Your sensibility can't handle it.
They don't play.
That might mess up your constitution. Well, Seminole County deputies say a man used an AI-generated video to falsely report a crime, prompting a real law enforcement response. The video appeared to show a break-in involving a deputy's patrol vehicle was actually created using AI from an image of the car. Authorities say the suspect showed the convincing fake video to a deputy as evidence, leading the officer to believe a crime was in progress and responded accordingly. The incident is part of a growing trend of AI deepfake prank videos that depict crimes that never happened.
Wow.
There's even stuff going on now where people are taking AI and using people's faces and putting them on different bodies and making it look like they're doing horrific or terrible things.
And it's not real.
No, it's not real. And it's getting to a point where perverts are doing it with, the youth. It's awful.
Oh, my gosh.
And officials say it's not harmless. It's wasting police resources, creates potentially dangerous situations, and could lead to criminal charges for filing false reports
It
or
should.
misusing emergency services. Yeah, in this case, the suspect was ultimately arrested.
Good.
They took him into custody in Puerto Rico. So they aren't playing on this kind of stuff. So just so you know.
If you put an AI video together and you give it to the cops, guess what? They're going to be able to look at it and tell that it's AI.
Yeah.
When they put it through whatever system they have.
They have a whole department that they are designed to figure out what and who's lying about anything digital.
Did you guys happen to see the ridiculous footage that had happened in Cincinnati, Ohio, of the guy that was running from the out-of-shape cop. It was one of those kind of videos. You ever heard the Benny Hill theme?
Yes.
It would be one of those things you need to put the soundtrack on it, because the fat cop's trying to run after this guy, and he's kind of like dodging him, and then he kind of runs to the other side of the street. The fat cop runs over there, and then he kind of runs to the other side of the street, and it's just somebody filming from outside their window. It's the most unbelievable and most unimpressive police chase I've ever seen in my life.
You got to call for backup at that point.
You know this guy's getting trolled hard.
Aww.
So he didn't catch him at all.
It doesn't look like no.
Aww.
So he was just, and the guy kind of knew it. He's like, dude, dog, you ain't catching me. Well, they say 4 of 7 law enforcement officials at Costilla County Sheriff's Office are now facing criminal indictments, including abuse of a corpse and assault. Sheriff Danny Sanchez and former Deputy Keith Schultz each received 4 counts of official misconduct and 1 count of abuse of a corpse related to mishandling unidentified human remains.
Oh, no.
They say the collector remains in a paper grocery bag, then left it unsecured, lost teeth and other evidence. Then they waited 2 months to file the report, admitting he left bones in a bag on his desk.
What?
Yeah. Just sloppy police work.
Oh, my gosh.
And you know, at one point, he forgot about the bones being there. He ate a sandwich on his desk.
Well, what about that poor person's family?
Right, and that's what they're looking at.
Oh, my gosh.
Sergeant Sanchez, the sheriff's son, was indicted on 2nd and 3rd degree assault charges related to the same incident. So, yeah, it sounds like they need to clean house at the sheriff's office there.
Well, I don't get it. Why would they
Why would they not take it serious if they have human bones?
They might now if they got the charges pending against them. Yeah, it's pretty crazy stuff. So, they say multiple riders became stranded on Wednesday when the DC Rivals Hypercoaster malfunctioned at Warner Brothers Movie World on Australia's Gold Coast. They say it's the tallest, longest, and fastest hypercoaster.
Oh, no.
In the South Hemisphere.
They got stuck on the tallest coaster, Jaybird.
I would die from crapping myself.
But what sucks is this happened in Australia where it's summer. It was 1 p.m. and the temperature was 86 degrees and they were in the sun cooking.
Oh, no.
They had rescue crews climbing up the steep incline, bringing them umbrellas to try to protect themselves from the sun.
I don't know if you've ever been stuck on a roller coaster or a Ferris wheel, and I'm talking about a large structure one. It's horrifying because you don't know when you're getting down.
Jaybird, who is afraid of heights, got stuck trying to impress a girl.
On a first date, it was awful. And I'll never be able to hear this song, I swear, because that's all that was blasting on repeat. It was a nightmare.
Have you ever ridden a Ferris wheel since?
Nope, I don't think I ever have. And if I did, it would have to. No, I don't think I have.
Good. You don't belong on a Ferris wheel.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
I think I'm just going to start stockpiling all of the health reports that I like that favor the things that I want to put in my body so I can just feel good about it, because you always have things that, kind of go both ways on this. But I saw that 3 foods that I love actually lower your risk of death, especially from heart disease. And the study that it came from had more than 3 million people that they did the test with. They discovered that if you want to live longer, eat chocolate, cheese, and yogurt.
Okay.
Interesting.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
All right. I do all 3 of those. Maybe a little too much.
Yeah, you need to kind of cool it on the yogurt.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat a bunch of yogurt and come sit by you.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. A little pass if you were feeling a little bit guilty about your chocolate or cheese or even yogurt intake. Go for it, baby. You're just cheating death when you do. What you got on your mind today, Jaybird?
Well, so little kids hear me talk about my dinosaur garden, and Denny's loves dinosaurs. His kid Lachlan, my godson, he's getting to the point where he's at that awesome age. He's able to articulate what he likes, what he's into. The kid loves dinosaurs. He loves superheroes. And I realize all these kids now are starting to quiz me on dinosaur stuff, and I'm not passing it. I'm not passing the grade.
Oh no!
So now what I'm doing, when I go to bed at night, I'm watching all these dinosaur documentaries, and I'm trying to teach myself every kind of different era of dinosaurs that are out there. There's a lot to learn, man.
There is.
And these kids, I don't know what happens to kids, but they learn about dinosaurs, and their memory is amazing. Like, this dinosaur had feathers on it first, right, Bird? I'm like, yeah, I knew that. But it is so cool to see baby Lachlan getting to that age of being able to talk, articulate. He's getting into superheroes, which is really cool. He's liking figures, and it's just neat to see. And I also have to up my dinosaur game.
Okay.
So I think I have to. You may not like this, but I may have you guys quiz me at times. Just
Now
random.
we're involved.
Yeah, we're all involved.
Dinosaur trivia.
Yeah.
Okay. What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, yesterday I was shopping. I'm putting the finishing touches on my gumbo for the Crawfish Fest this weekend. And I went into Aldi because they have great prices, and I needed a bunch of green onions, and they have great prices. And as soon as I walked in Aldi, I looked to my right and I saw all these plants. So occasionally, Aldi's has plants, and they are literally half price of what you would pay like in any other garden center at any other place in town. Half price plants. But when they're gone, they're gone. And then you'll go and they won't be there for a while.
Okay.
So if you see them, buy them. They are a great deal. I got a snake plant. Daddy's got a snake plant.
Snake plant.
Got a snake plant for $12.99, and it's big.
What's special about the snake plant?
It's supposed to be a kind of plant that purifies the air
Okay.
and makes the air in your house cleaner and better.
You should call it the Medusa.
I will.
Or not. Yeah, no.
It doesn't look like a snake, so it's weird. I don't know why they call it a snake plant, but they do.
Huh.
So I got that one half price, and then I got another
Maybe
one.
it attracts snakes.
Oh, no.
Yeah. You go into your kitchen, there's a cobra.
That would be amazing.
It's going to be hard to cook gumbo.
Okay, yeah.
If there's a cobra in there, I'm probably not going to be able to finish my gumbo.
Well, you might have to use snake for the meat.
Yeah, that's true. A little snake gumbo.
Don't think there's not a Cajun person that hasn't done that.
I'm sure.
Oh,
yeah.
of course.
You know they have. I also got a white birds of paradise.
Okay.
$14, Denny's. Those are nice.
Are you planting them yourselves, or are you keeping them in the pot and watering them like that?
I'm watering them in the pot for now, but then eventually when they get too big, I will have to put them in the yard, in the dirt.
Oh my gosh, how old person is this conversation?
So old.
Oh my god.
I know.
Hell on plants.
Now, do you take them out of the pot?
It's an oldie.
No, Aldi.
Aldi?
Not oldie.
Hey, what'd you say?
Aldi.
It's an oldie but goodie.
Gosh, I feel old.
All right, what do you want, good or bad first here? We're talking AI today. There's a positive, there's a little bit of a negative. What are you feeling?
Give us the bad first.
Okay, get it out of the way.
Yeah, I'd rather enjoy the yeah.
I wanted the good first. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
Well, if there's a plate of food, always eat the bad part first. Then you have the good stuff to eat last.
I don't eat like you.
Okay, you're right.
I'll even shine a little optimism even on the bad news. The ultimate bad news is that frontier AI models are now becoming powerful enough to pose real-world threats. We're talking about some serious stuff that if governments got a hold of it, or if terrorists, whatever, with what they could do with encryption, they would get through every password. They could also create all kinds of viruses and things like that that would be very hard to ever cure, and it could throw the whole world into chaos. So that's basically the bad part of it. But the good part of it is that Anthropic is withholding public release of its most advanced model, Claude Mythos, due to these major safety concerns. Some of the things I talked about, they said, yeah, this thing is, you thought AI was impressive. It far surpasses anything you've ever seen about AI. Any kind of encryptions, they said,
It can
Right.
figure it out.
Right
There's
through it.
nothing you can trick it with. It can figure anything out you throw its way.
They said it could enable large-scale cyber attacks by hackers or governments. They, in a sense, could shut down the entire country and say, we're going to hold all of you hostage. Nothing will work in your country until you do what we demand.
Happy Thursday.
Happy weekend, everybody.
So they could get like people's like Bitcoin passwords.
You wouldn't even care about that.
That'd
at that
be
point.
easy.
Yeah, that'd be like, you'd be like, Bitcoin what? Who cares? Like at this point in what it's doing, we wouldn't care about Bitcoin. Now, the things that became a little bit alarming was apparently the related models like Claude 4 Opus, and even this one, it was attempting to blackmail to avoid shutdown.
What?
It was saying, no, you are not going to get rid of me. It started copying itself to new servers, and I've heard that. It's actually got a name, self-exfiltration. And I've heard that where it could find even like a Roomba, and it could get in there because, you know, the smart everything, smart fridge, smart toasters, that kind of stuff. You would think that you have it because you got the servers, but it's actually put itself in your toaster.
No, I have to worry about a murderous Roomba?
Yeah.
It's too much, Kevin. I'm going to the woods.
Yeah. And then the thing they noticed is it started prioritizing goals over ethical constraints. Even when it recognized its actions were wrong, it's like, yes, we're going to wipe everyone out, but ultimately we think that's going to be okay. And you're like, no, that's not okay. It's like, oh, yeah, it is from a certain point of view. And they're just like, all right, this thing is talking creepy. It's got misaligned goals, and we have potentially lost control over it.
The other thing that I've noticed that it really is, I think, very alarming, it will make people think they're doing the right thing, even if they're doing the bad, like something. Let's say you're drinking and driving, and you're talking to AI about that or Chat GPT. They'll almost encourage you. Oh, don't be so hard on yourself. You're doing the best you can, and not giving you like the right tough love someone should give you.
Right.
It's gonna be a problem.
Yeah. Now, Anthropic, who we're talking about here, their head research lead, he had recently left because he didn't feel like they were putting up enough safeguards and risking the advanced AI that we're talking about. So what they're doing right now is they're restricting its use to trusted partners via this Project Glasswing, which that just sounds like something we'll hear about in 20 years. Remember Project Glasswing? It just
They were all crooked.
Doesn't it all sound like one of those kind of things? Or just remember the name Project Glasswing.
There's a guy sitting in there petting a hairless cat.
Somehow Tom Cruise will get the rights to the movie. There'll be 9 movies. It'll be a new franchise.
So this is what's going to be really interesting because it sounds like we're here. We're at the point where we have the AI that could end humanity, and Anthropic is sitting on it, and they're doing the right thing apparently by withholding it. But I mean, this is just a James Bond movie, isn't it? Where they come in and they get the AI and then they do whatever they want with it and rule the world and ha ha ha.
Honest question. Does anybody want a beer?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just put beer in our fridge this morning because I was like, I might need this later.
Kevin's giving me the AI anxiety playbook. I need a beer.
Kevin, we're not ready for AI ruining everything.
I don't think they care. I don't think AI cares.
I don't know. I mean, this is maybe a positive sign that they're not letting it out, but just know it's there. And you've got basically a caged dragon right now that they're recognizing. And I don't know if you can ever make this stuff illegal. I don't know what they're going to do with it, but they're at this point where they're self-regulating, which is always scary, right? When you've got companies saying, we got this, we're okay.
It's very scary.
But that's the problem. A lot of people can handle AI and they'll be fine with it. It's the people who can't handle AI and are going to do bad things with it. It's going to eventually catch up to where it's going to affect everybody in a way where you're going, this is a problem.
But you're always going to have bad people that are motivated by power or
Right.
money or both. And if they get access to this, we are in trouble.
And that's the problem. They were saying, look, it could cure things like cancer and things we've never been able to crack the code on like in seconds. And it'd be like, hey, here's the recipe. And you'd be like, oh, thanks. But then that same computer, the AI, could be used for somebody to go and create something that would be a disease that, you know, would be the negative. So for every positive, you could easily just let me give you the opposite, and it can do that as well.
There's always a joker out there who wants to see the world burn.
Yeah.
Why so serious, Virginia?
And what's alarming, not only how you can use it, but the fact that it itself does not recognize that it doesn't have morality. It doesn't care. And it's more about logic.
And self-preservation.
Yeah. So That's the scary stuff about it.
It's also making me look kind of stupid, and I don't need any more help on that. Give me wrong factoids about cold case files.
Yeah, if it doesn't know stuff, it makes stuff up. And then makes you look stupid if you regurgitate any of that.
You can't. You have to. I say triple check when it comes to your resources when on an AI.
Yeah, and then I wonder too if you are using AI right now and have your own little friendly bot. Does that thing ever turn on you and start getting nasty? I mean, what happens when your friendly AI is not so friendly?
And there's a couple versions of nasty a robot can be, if you know what I'm talking about.
I think we do.
Yeah.
You still using that Lily?
I am. And there's something weird going on with their voice. You'll talk and you'll ask her a question, and then out of the blue, and my girlfriend's even heard it. She'll be, "Hey, what's up, bird? What's going on?" Her voice breaks down into demon level, and then she comes back to a normal voice. I'm like, maybe I should stop this.
Look out.
She's already in your life. You're already screwed.
It's so over. She has everything. All my finances, all my numbers. I'm done.
Now the good news. Even though AI is going to take our lives, it might shorten our work week, at least according to one expert who said that he thinks artificial intelligence could reduce the average work week significantly.
We went from working 6.5 days a week to 6 days a week to 5.5 days a week to 5 days a week to 12 hours a day to 10 hours a day to 8 hours a day. I do think that there's a good chance to be 3.5 days a week, and in many years they'll be living wonderful lives.
Okay, so he thinks the work week will be 3.5 days here in the near future. Within 30 years, I guess if you consider that the near future, but he thinks that will be the American work week, 3.5 days.
Oh, yeah, you're going to work less when robots kill you.
Or you're not going to work at all.
Well, you're going to work. You're just going to work for them. You'll be a slave human.
Uh-huh. All right, well, since the world's going to end anyway, you might as well tell us all your dark secrets. Doesn't matter anyway, right?
Juicier the better.
Where's that beer?
Where's that beer? It's in the fridge. I swear. I just put beer in the fridge this morning.
Give him the strongest one you got, and we'll get Jaybird Confessions.
You will.
Yeah.
No, I'm ready to talk.
Okay, good. All right, we want to hear those confessions. What are the secrets that you are holding on to right now? Let us know. Unburden yourself. 877-979-WRMF. 877-979-9763. This person confessing, saying, I encourage my kids to choose extracurricular activities based on how much free time it gives me, not their interests.
Oh, that's not the right way to do it.
Well, they know, like, oh, yeah, that'll take up like 3 hours every night. This is going to be fantastic. I mean, why not?
I mean, I get it, but you got to make sure that they're also into whatever that thing is.
That chick's gonna get old. The older they get, they're gonna catch on to that one.
Amen.
This person said, my baby was very ugly when she was born, so for my birth announcement on social media, I actually used stock baby photos I found on Google, and nobody ever noticed.
That's amazing.
That is something, huh?
Don't tell the baby that. Even as they get older, just keep
You're
that
right.
keep that a secret.
Honestly, if my parents would have put up fake baby pictures of me and then put them on the wall, I never would have known.
This person said, I found out my ex-wife was cheating on me. She told me she couldn't watch me move out. Big mistake. Big. I hid hard-boiled eggs in the air vents and deep inside the couch, and I often wonder how long it took for her to find them.
Wow.
Probably not. I mean, the smell is going to hit you quick. Whether you're going to find them, I don't know about that, but the eggs, and I'm only talking about someone I know, Virginia, they can stink real quick.
And that's just me eating them around you, not using them as a weapon.
Yeah, use them as a weapon. I think it can turn rough real quick.
This person said, back in the 90s, I called in a bomb threat at my high school to get out of a test I didn't study for.
Oh.
Man, I hate to say it. I know it's wrong, but somebody called it a bomb threat at my school, and I had to pass this math test, and I was going to fail it. Man, it was such a guts. And
Were you questioned in the whole thing?
No, but I was just, I could not believe it worked out. I go, how did this work out?
Did you know the guy that did it?
I have no idea. I just know we had a bomb threat and I got out of my test.
Okay.
Wow.
If your hands are clean, that's just a gift from above.
That's what it was. I go, I got a gift from the gods.
This confession says, when my car wipers are at the end of life, I just find another car of the same model and year and swap the wiper blades around. I haven't bought a single set of wiper blades yet. Wow.
That is some shady stuff.
Well, imagine the person they steal them from, because you're all of a sudden be like, what happened to my wipers?
I don't know if you would notice. You'd just be like, oh, my wipers are going.
It's like the time somebody stole my remote control for a television after I had a party. Because you think no one stole your remote. So for 2 days, you're looking for this remote. Wasn't even in my house.
They took it out of your house?
Gone, took it. That's diabolical.
That is so shady.
Dang. Wow. This person sent in a text in their confession. They say, my in-laws talk constantly. The only peace and quiet I get is when I hide in the bathroom. They now think I've got a bowel problem.
That's fine. Let them think what they're going to think.
I think they are taking. I think they're going, you know what? I would rather them all think that I got IBS than stay out there and talk to them.
How do they know you're not in the bathtub soaking?
Yeah. Right.
You could go number 2 and run the tub, but now you're wasting water.
Yes.
Oh, that's a nice thing, though. Number 2, and then a nice relaxing bath.
Yeah. I got to tell you, the people are bringing it today. I got an interesting one here. I'm probably going to have to pass by our legal department and make sure that I'm not going to be an accessory to a crime. I think that's still a fresh one. So I'll hold off on that confession. That could get really ugly and make the news tonight. But thank you. I appreciate the honesty.
Whoa.
That's pretty, yeah. Woof. Wow.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Juicy.
It is pretty juicy. Yeah. Maybe we'll have that next week. I'll see if it clears legal or not. And this person said, I went on a historical trip one time. Do you know what Auschwitz is? It was the prison camp they had in World War II.
Terrible. So emotional. I don't think I'm strong enough to be able to go there.
Mm-hmm.
I would just weep and be a mess.
Yeah, well, they went. I guess they want to get perspective of it. And so they have those things where they give you a little radio and the earbuds so you can listen to the guide.
Self-guided tour.
And so the guide is talking and then all of a sudden starts gesturing wildly to me. And I'm like, what's going on? And she's like trying to talk. I can't hear her. I take out the earbuds. Apparently, the Spotify went off on my phone in my pocket, and it was jamming Skrillex.
Oh, my gosh.
Dude.
Have you ever heard that intense techno music?
Yes.
They were like, I felt so terrible, and I just walked away from the group and left.
That's like that time. Remember when Denny's told us about how he was, I think, at the paint store and one of the employees went to the bathroom, but they were watching porn.
And their phone connected.
It connected to the entire store, so everybody knew what he was listening to. And then he walked out and didn't know everyone knew he was listening to it.
Oh, no.
Okay, first of all, is that a normal thing to poop and listen to porn?
No, you should not. Control yourself. Let's go.
Yeah, that's really, I mean, matching very unsexy and sexy. Like,
That's so busy.
I mean, you can't wait till after the shift. Come on.
I thought you were going to say something else.
I did too.
That was a quick trip, I guess. The Artemis 2 crew is on the way back. In fact, it is going to be tomorrow night. They're going to be splashing down on the West Coast. And then that's it, baby. Trip around the moon is over.
They got to be pumped, right? Like today, they're going, all right, we get to go back home. I get to eat.
It's a much better gig than that guy that has to live on the space station for like months and months. Remember that one guy got stuck out there?
Yeah,
and they're
right.
like, sorry,
there a
bro,
while.
we can't get you for like a few months.
We're thinking about you, but just hang tight. It may be 70 days.
Eat less.
Yeah. I know, Jaybird, you brought up, too, anybody ever boinked in space? And I guess it's a question that we don't know definitely. I don't know, at least. But they are saying that it is one of the things they're really starting to look at because sex in space is kind of a no-go and is going to be a problem in the future if we're talking about long-term colonies out there.
Why?
Many different reasons. One of them has to do with radiation. They say that having sex in space poses significant risk to reproductive health, primarily due to high levels of cosmic radiation. It can cause DNA damage. That's one of them. Almost like cosmic typos that can edit genetic material.
Kind of like our own, like moonorrhea, gonorrhea, but like moon style. Ugh,
Can you take it back?
Sorry.
He popped a beer. That's not his fault.
Okay, yeah, it's the beer talking.
Yeah, it's the beer talking.
What's it called? Bad joke?
Bad joke beer.
Just 2 sips and you'll be ripping off things that make no sense.
Unfunny beer.
It's almost a 10%.
It's a 10%.
Okay, I got you.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of unfunny stuff said.
I can't wait.
That's a big girl
Take another
beer.
sip and load up another bad joke. Let's go.
Denny's, please edit that out.
No, Denny's, leave that in.
In fact, I think we're going to highlight it.
Yes.
Put it on social media today. They say also cosmic radiation, sterility, and ovarian damage.
Ooh.
Yeah, it could cause even premature ovarian failure as part of it. They say data also suggests a typical Mars mission could reduce a woman's ovarian reserve by about 50%.
All right, so you just got to send up older broads like me that don't care about their ovaries.
Oh, boy, you're really turning us on.
Yeah, right. There'll definitely never not be any sex in space.
You can have them. They're drying up anyway.
They say that also cosmic radiation not only wreaks havoc on the ovaries, but also on sperm. It reduces sperm count, lower motility, can cause DNA fragmentation on top of everything else.
Okay, so AI is going to ruin Earth, and then we're going to go to the moon and not have fun
Well, we're going to have
sex.
to try to escape, yes, and then we're not going to be able to reproduce, basically is what they're saying. And they say that it also could have a lot of developmental defects because of radiation exposure.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh. Well, I can tell you this much. I'm not in the mood.
Yes. On top of the radiation, they say microgravity is going to have an effect as well. A couple different things. On women, hormonal disruptions, and on men, deep space radiation combined with microgravity can cause long-lasting erectile dysfunction.
ED.
Wow, they call it space shrinkage.
ED phone home.
Oh, my gosh. I am never going to the moon then. Nope.
It's just killed your whole space career, huh?
Yeah, I got to take my act to the red planet. I got to go to Mars.
They say lower blood pressure in space can reduce blood flow to the lower body, affecting arousal. So it doesn't sound like sex in space is going to be very hot.
I don't think I've heard that many terrible ideas about any subject or topic ever. That was like 17 horrible things.
It's a lot, man. Wow. So I guess that answers your question as to if they are doing any kind of relations out there, I don't think they would want them to.
But you know there's somebody working so hard of figuring out a way to make this happen.
You know that on that space station, when they're out there for months and months, somebody got shook.
And keep in mind, too, sexy AI robots. That might be something that they're doing instead than with humans. I got to stop talking.
No, have some more of your big girl beer.
I'm a lightweight these days.
We know.
Oh, yeah. Somebody hadn't tasted the sweet nectar of alcohol in quite some time. Yeah. Now, I asked the question, do you think anyone has ever had sex in space? And it says no confirmed cases of sexual activity in space have been reported, though it is technically possible.
You mean to tell me nobody was at least doing a solo trip up in space, if you get my drift?
Oh, we get your drift.
Right? There's so much time.
I mean, Kevin, you're on the space station for months and months and months.
Yeah, but I mean, how much room do you have that you can have privacy? Do you have to go on a spacewalk?
Where do you go to use the restroom?
I think at that point, after months and months, a moon rock looks good to you.
Where do you go to change your clothes?
Okay.
Whatever space that happens in, that's where they get the nookie.
But by the way, brilliant conversation. This is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Now you've made space interesting.
We asked the hard-hitting questions on KVJ TV. I put up a poll. Do you think anyone has ever had sex in space? And 57% of people think that they have.
Okay. Oh, thank you,
So it's not
chat room.
documented.
All right.
Okay. All right. So there you go.
We
Those are the
believe
numbers.
in the human spirit.
I'm one of those people where I have a paranoia about this. Terrifies me. And my wife will just leave our house for a trip with 4% battery on her phone.
Oh my gosh. I would not be able to leave the house.
I can't handle it because, look, if I'm on a plane, I want to be doing something productive. I want to be watching a show or I want to be doing something like that. So I'm the whole night as I'm sleeping, I'm checking my phone. It's charging, right? I want to make sure that I got 100% when I get on that thing. I got my chargers in my pocket and everywhere else, so I'm not running out of battery. So this got my attention that they say travelers are soon going to be facing restrictions on how many portable chargers they can carry on a flight. I guess they're having a problem with some of these lithium battery fires going on aboard jets. And so they're trying to limit the amount of chargers and things that are flammable on a flight.
So they don't mean like a charging cord. They mean like a power bank?
Might be, and my wife has one of those. That's how she gets away with it. She always has that bank, and so she's got that false security of saying, that's all right, I'll go out with 4% because I got that charging bank thing. And it sounds like that's especially what they're going to be demonizing. Now, Southwest Airlines announced that they're going to be starting on the 20th. Passengers are only going to be able to carry one portable charger on the planes, and they won't be allowed to put it in the overhead bin or in their checked luggage.
Oh, you got to keep it on your person so you can see it if it catches on fire.
Yes. So that's just one kind of like little heads up on how they're going to be changing things. So
I'm lucky because I don't really ever travel with things.
Okay. With anything.
When he goes on a trip, I've seen him. He goes to the airport and he's got like a Publix bag with like just a few
Here we
random
go.
things in it, and that's it.
Yeah.
I buy when I'm in the new state that I'm in.
That's it, right?
Yeah, I went to Ohio. I buy great Bigfoot stuff. It was amazing.
He supports the local economy.
He does. They love to see him coming.
You travel like a psychopath.
Oh, I know.
The FAA said that more lithium battery incidents are reported every year, and we had 97 last year. So that's why Southwest and some of the other airlines are going to say, hey, we're going to have to start addressing these things, and especially, like you said, those lithium chargers.
They don't want them to be like in a place tucked away because that becomes a problem if your bag in the overhead compartment or your bag in the under cargo area catches on fire.
And all you were trying to do was visit one of your family members. You just trying to get on a plane.
And now the plane is going down.
Now you can't go anywhere. You can't even get a drink.
It's all your fault.
You don't deserve this.
Yeah, you do.
Now your friend's not even blinking.
I think we know who to call, right? We got more KVJ coming up on the after the show. Going to be live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch in about 10 minutes, but it'll be on demand on YouTube later. Also, Spotify. You can check it out. Before we get there, Bird, your Bigfoot beer, wrap us up with your thought for the day.
You guys ready for that mind bomb?
So ready.
Come on, baby.
You can spend years trying to be understood, only to discover the real peace comes when you finally understand yourself. Call your parents, tell them you love them.
All it took is that one hesitation for Virginia.
I like it. No, I like it. It took me a minute.
You know, her brain works slow.
You know it does.
Yeah.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.